This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Hello and welcome to Tiger Stadium here on a Friday night, final time for 2024. And we are under the lights at Tiger Stadium. Thanks for tuning in here on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 101.9. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show as the Tigers will host the Clovis Wildcats. It is also senior night, so they have everybody lined up, the student athletic trainers, the Tiger football players, and the cheerleaders as well. Do want to give a shout out as well. I don't know if they've already picked up our stream yet, but to our friends in Clovis who are listening on 99.9 KTQM and KCLV 1240 AM as they are joining us on a simulcast tonight. So we appreciate y'all for tuning in out in the Clovis area as well. So two teams that know that tonight is going to be their final game of the season. So, hey, leave it all on the field. Have some fun tonight for the seniors. Maybe the last time they ever strap on pads competitively anywhere. You know, not very many athletes get to go on to play college football. And we don't know. There may be some in this group on both sides that will get that opportunity, but you just never know. And there is something special about high school Friday nights. You know, you're still with your family, live with family, still in high school. So this is a special night for all those that are playing their final game and for the Tigers playing their final home game this evening. And both sides want to come out of here with a victory tonight. Clovis coming in at 0-9, 0-5 in district. The Tigers into the game at 1-8 and 0-5 in district as well. For the Tigers, it's been a season of what-ifs, in all honesty. You know, what if a couple plays go here differently, you know, in the Deming game, the Albuquerque High game, Oregon Mountain, Carlsbad. There is a legitimate chance that, you know, this is a game tonight that the Tigers are fighting for a playoff spot. You never know, but it just ended up not being the case this season. So kind of a tough deal for the Tigers and for Clovis. You know, it's just been a challenging season for them. You know that these kids have come out and worked hard all season long and have tried to make it happen. Just hasn't been there. But I give credit for teams that are, you know, in that 1-8, 0-9, 2-7 going into the final week, and you play through the whole season and you continue to show up to practice and you continue to show up to the weight room. You know, it's always a little bit easier to do those things when you're winning, and it is tougher when, you know, the morale's down a little bit and you're not able to get out of there with victories. And you know, that's just kind of a challenging thing overall. So they deserve a lot of kudos for sticking with it and sticking with all the work that, you know, is very hard to try and continue through a season that maybe hasn't gone the way that you hoped it would. So the Tiger football seniors are being announced currently on the fields as Tigers, I believe, ended up with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like the Tigers, close to about 20 seniors that they're honoring tonight. So I would say a moderately sized senior class. This Tiger team has got a lot of juniors and sophomores that'll be returning next year. A lot of key players in those spots that will be back next season, but certainly we'll miss a lot of these seniors who have had really good seasons for the Alamogordo Tigers. So most definitely going to miss those guys, but it's you know, an opportunity to honor what they've done throughout their Tiger careers and have, you know, continued on playing from 7th or 8th grade all the way up to senior year. And, well, you'll hear it in our interview with Coach Cisco. This is kind of the last group of players that missed the season due to COVID restrictions. You know, the 8th grade group that didn't get to play football. There's not, thankfully, there's not a whole lot of those left. That we've kind of been in a more normal circumstance over the last 4 or 5 seasons. So, but, you know, they've been through some tough aspects of trying to continue and play sports and continue to be involved. So they've definitely had to have the stick-to-itiveness and desire to continue playing the sport for sure. All right. We're going to take a commercial break. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show live from Tiger Stadium. It's senior night. Alamogordo and Clovis kicking off here in a little while. We're going to hear from Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Cisco when we return. This is Tiger football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Don't forget, you can also listen to us on the Exciter Media app, alamosportsandtalk.com, on Alexa by saying enable Alamo Sports and Talk. And you can also listen to us on the Alamo Sports YouTube channel. You can find us on there as well. So hope you are tuning into us wherever you're at. And we'll tonight back right after these messages.
Join the Lady of the Mountain Run fundraiser for the need-based NMSUA scholarships. Half marathon, 10K, 5K, or 1 mile challenge, November 23rd. Register online at ladyofthemountainrun.com or at First National Bank. Thanks to our sponsors, Fraternal Order of the Eagles 4101, Sacramento Mountains Foundation, Mountain View Dental, Rotary Clubs of Alamogordo, Tularosa, and White Sands, and the stations of Burt Broadcasting.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
I support our community, so I shop locally and work with other area businesses whenever I can. My credit union does too, so I became a member there. My credit union offers online bill pay, mobile banking, and e-statements. I get first-name friendly service along with faster, smarter banking. That's an unbeatable combination.
Loco Credit Union, your credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Visit us online at lococreditunion.com.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
OFCU's Black Friday sale is back! For a limited time, Thursday, November 7th and Friday, November 8th. Auto loans as low as 4.99% APR. Recreational loans as low as 6.5% APR. Power sports as low as 7% APR. Holiday personal loans as low as 8.99% APR. And no payments for 90 days. Apply online at OteroFCU.org. Limited time offer. Purchases and non-OFCU refinances. All loans subject to credit approval. Other terms may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Thanks for tuning in with us. And we are getting to our interview with Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Cisco. We'll talk a little bit about senior night and, of course, tonight's matchup against Clovis. So here is Coach Cisco.
All right, joining us now, Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Cisco. Coach, last week of the season, how are you?
It is, man. I told you to start. It flies by, doesn't it?
It always does, every single year. I had a moment earlier. I was sitting here, trying to prep for the interview, and I was like, what happened in the Las Cruces game? Because that feels like that was forever ago.
Yeah, that bye week was long. We needed that bye week, but we needed it a lot earlier than the week 10.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have that a little bit earlier on in the season for sure. But you obviously have senior night coming up this week, and that's the main focus. I know that we talked about it, trying to finish strong for this group of seniors, and obviously continue to show the improvement for the juniors and sophomores. So, from the outside looking in, you go, it's 1-8 against 0-9, but for you guys, there's a lot more to that.
There is, and we've talked every day this week about it with our kids, and this senior groups was a part of two very successful football teams and competing in the biggest classification as the smallest school in the classification. That's a big deal, and the stuff they've gone through from when they got on campus to now, they deserve to go out as winners, because they are winners, and they've proven that through the 4 years of high school, and that's our number one goal, is to win on Friday for those seniors and send them off the right way. And At the same time, those seniors understand that we're also trying to win on Friday to make sure we're going into 2025 in the right direction. And with the win under our belt and kind of catapult us in the offseason and having a great offseason again to get us ready to have a successful year in 2025. So I don't say there's a lot on the line, but the way we've treated it this week it's a very, very important game. And it's not just, hey, let's get this over with and move on. Like, this is a big deal. This is like trying to win a district game for us. There's a whole lot on the line as we kind of look into it, and think about what's at stake for our program,
and just having that importance to it. And something I've talked about. I feel like every athlete I've talked to across the all sports, this is kind of the last group that's part of the COVID group, and I know we've talked about it before as well. And the challenges that those kids have had to go through, and not that the classes behind them haven't as well, but the not getting to play 8th grade football or other sports because of that. It's important to see these kids out the right way.
Yeah, and that's the whole goal. That's our number one goal, is to make sure these kids and it's one of those things that it's an emotional night, and we've already prepared our kids for it and talked to them that after we win on Friday and we shake our hands, we're going to sing the fight song, then we're immediately just going to go ring the bell, and we're going to go inside and close the doors and have our emotional goodbyes behind closed doors, and then kind of release them back out to their parents after we get done going where we need to, and just letting our kids know this is going to happen. And they're high school kids, and we've all been in that teenage mentality when we're invincible and nothing's going to affect us, and these kids, it's going to affect them. And that's something that I think some of these seniors didn't get to experience last year, because we did play on a Thursday and we kind of thought we were in the playoffs and got knocked out on a Friday night, and so we didn't have that real emotional goodbye like we did when these guys were sophomores. And so that's something that I think even our younger kids need to see, like our juniors that missed that as a sophomore year. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for these kids, man. I love our seniors. It's been a great class. From when they walked on campus to where they're at now as men and football players is night and day. And the dedication they have, not just to the football program or Alamogordo High School, to the community, to everything that goes on, they bleed black and gold through and through. And I couldn't be prouder for them. And the best thing we do is just send them off with a win.
Yeah. And, it's one of those, the limited amount of time that, you get to compete as an athlete. Some kids will be lucky enough to go on and play at college, but, the 4 years you're in high school, the couple years you're in middle school, and then, before that, when you're a younger kid, it's limited time. For these kids, it doesn't feel that way, but, maybe in 10 years and 15 years, they'll look back and see.
It'll start to sink in. We talked about it yesterday morning, that was the last time our seniors are going to have to wake up early for practice. And they got that smile on them that says, oh, thank God, we're not never doing that. And I said, you may smile now, but come next Monday at 6 a.m., you're going to wake up and be like, oh, it's over. Like, it's gone. And that's the unique part about football, is when it's over, it's over. There's no, like, I'm not going to go play pickup basketball. I'm not going to go play pickup baseball. Like, when football's done, football's done. And for a lot of our seniors, tomorrow night or Friday night's going to be the last night that they ever put on a helmet and shoulder pads. And that's very emotional. And with the investment that they put into our program, into this high school, it's tough to take it off. And as any coach that's ever played or anybody that's ever played, you understand that feeling of when that jersey comes off, it ain't ever coming back on. And that's tough.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get to the actual game. Clovis has had a challenging season, but this is a group that is going to have the same type of mindset of they want to send their seniors out on a positive. They want to finish off their season on a positive. So again, for both teams, they're not going to pay attention to the records. Both sides really want to come out and get a win.
Absolutely, and we talked to our kids about that this week as well. I said, we're saying all this, Clovis saying the same damn thing.
Yeah,
like, it's the reality. I mean, they want the same thing, and they got a new coach in there that got in there in June. So they've kind of been behind the 8 ball and trying to get everything implemented that he wants to do. They're extremely young. They're all sophomores and juniors, very similar to us, and 17 and 18 being extremely young. And they've got some talented kids. They're still very they're big. It's not the Clovis teams that you've seen before and that this community's grown up playing against in the 80s and 90s. But that's a town that still lives and breathes football. And their coach is trying to get that thing back up and going again. And you can see it. They've got a running back that is big time. I mean, he's for real. And those young kids, they do young kid things. And if they figure it out, they're very dangerous. They're athletic. They're skilled. We've definitely got to play well. But it's one of those things, man. If we do what we're supposed to do, we're going to be okay. And not turn the football over, which I thought we've done a really good job of the past 3 or 4 weeks. And then we got to get stops defensively and get turnovers.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, it's, you don't want to take too much time looking back at the little bits of the season because, you recognize how close you were in some spots. But, I mean, it's an opportunity for maybe to put together that complete game that you guys have been looking for all season.
That is, and we don't sit there and harp on the what could have beens and what ifs of the earlier in the year, and we just don't look back. You can't change history, so you might as well move forward. But trying to figure out a way to get the complete game, which we haven't played all year, and really kick us into 2025. But it's also one of those things that we also want to know that we're doing stuff right, and it's exciting to go into this when you come off a game and we play really well. If we play well on Friday like we're supposed to, kind of kick us into that offseason and get us going and get us really excited to get ready for 2025.
And, of course, last Friday night football game of the year, so encourage the community to get out and support these kids. And as you always say, everybody else that's involved with the pomp and circumstance, the process of a Friday night, whether it's cheerleaders or athletic trainers, the band, everybody, it's an opportunity to get to enjoy that one more time.
It is, and it's to recognize, and we talked about football, but it's to recognize all the seniors that'll be recognized on Friday night. For what they've given to not just the high school, but to this community and the time they've invested into their whatever activity or extracurricular activity they're involved in. They need to be recognized by this community because that's a huge commitment. And anybody that's been involved in something, whether it was sports or an activity like band or student athletic training or cheers or the people getting honored on Friday, they understand the time commitment. I mean, football is a year-round job, and then SATs are a year-round job. Cheers is going all the way till March. Like band is year round with something going on and they're out there doing 2-a-days. Like these kids invest a lot of time, and it's important that the community shows that respect and the investment back into their kids of this community, because they're the ones that are going to lead this community into the future. And that, I think we need to get a bunch of people there. I'm proud to see all these kids off. We're going to honor the football players, SATs, cheerleaders, starting at about 6:25 on Friday night. Halftime band's going to get honored, and when football goes away, it doesn't come back till August, so you've got about 9 months till you get it again. So you might as well come get your fix one last time.
All right. Well, we look forward to it again Friday night, 7:00, Alamogordo versus Clovis to wrap up the season. Appreciate the time as always, Coach.
Appreciate it, man. Go Tigers.
Thanks again to Coach Cisco. Thanks to him all season long for taking the time to join us on Alamo Sports and Talk. We really appreciate it. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. We'll have the national anthem happening here soon, and both teams will be running out of their tunnels before too long. Senior night festivities have finished up. We're ready for kickoff. Some football tonight. We'll have more coming up for you on pregame when we return on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Need a business or personal loan? This is Jackie at First National Bank. It's easy. Apply from any device at www.fnb4u.com. Let's get started.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
There's winter, spring, summer, and then there's football season. Around here, football is more than a sport. It's a way of life. Take in a game. Support our teams. It's the best entertainment in town.
Loco Credit Union, your credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Visit us online at lococreditunion.com.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
OFCU's Black Friday sale is back! For a limited time, Thursday, November 7th and Friday, November 8th. Auto loans as low as 4.99% APR. Recreational loans as low as 6.5% APR. Power sports as low as 7% APR. Holiday personal loans as low as 8.99% APR. And no payments for 90 days. Apply online at OteroFCU.org. Limited time offer. Purchases and non-OFCU refinances. All loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
The national anthem just finishing up. The Alamogordo High School Junior ROTC presenting the colors and on the near hash marks at the 50-yard line, and they are retiring the colors currently. The national anthem performed by the Alamogordo High School Choir. And, of course, we got everybody out there. The Alamogordo High School cheerleaders, the bands, welcoming the Tigers out onto the field. And we're about 7 minutes away from tonight's kickoff here at Tiger Stadium. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. And again, for those of you, I'm not sure if they've picked up our feed quite yet, but 99.9 K2, I'm going to have a problem with that all night long, KTQM and 1240 KCLV in Clovis. They are simulcasting our broadcast there tonight. So for those of you that are listening to us in Clovis, welcome to Tiger Stadium. An absolutely gorgeous night as the Tigers and the Wildcats try to finish their season on a high note. Tigers at 1-8, the Wildcats at 0-9, and the Tigers, their sixth home game of the year. They kind of caught a break with that this year, just the way the schedule worked out, but next year they'll play 4 home games and 6 road games, so they'll pay for it next year. Everybody else, I think, had 5-5 this year, so it's just one of those things in the way that it went this year for the Tigers. Just to recap the season, if you maybe haven't been following along all season long, the Tigers opened up with a 35-21 defeat to Deming at home. And we kind of got a little bit of the idea of what the theme of the season was going to be for the Alamogordo Tigers, which was turnovers. And in that game, they were big, cost the Tigers maybe the victory. I don't know. That one was a little tougher to tell. There are other games this season that you can certainly point to that. The Tigers would then go on the road and lose to Roswell 41-14 the next week. Played pretty well for about 2.5 quarters, and then Roswell started to pull away. At home, lost a heartbreaker to Albuquerque High. Again, the turnovers, especially in plus territory, really hurt Alamogordo. Their one win of the season was a special one on homecoming, double overtime. They were down 2 scores in the fourth quarter and rallied back and beat Piedra Vista 36-35. And then trying to keep up that momentum, but had a real tough time and probably had their worst game of the season at Oregon Mountain and lost 18-10. They would come back home on the 27th of September and fall to Hobbs 49-21. Hobbs jumped out to, I think, a 28-0 lead in that game, and the Tigers just couldn't recover. Not sure there's many teams that could recover from falling behind 28-0. Then back at home the following Thursday against Centennial, they fell 61-35. Close game at Carlsbad. Tigers were inside the 20 with under 2 minutes to go. with a chance to take the lead and fumbled, turned it over on downs on a 4th and short. Then 2 weeks ago on a Thursday, lost to Las Cruces 59-14. And now they get Clovis. Alamogordo coming off the bye. Meanwhile, Clovis this season started out with a road game at Farmington, one of the longer road trips you can take in the state of New Mexico. Fell 47-8. They'd come back home for back-to-back games against the Rio Rancho schools, fell 50-0 and 54-0. Cibola, they would lose that game on the road 36-12. And then go into district. They lost to Carlsbad 56-8. Las Cruces 55-3. Oregon Mountain 42-24, the final in that one. Hobbs beat them 63-8, and then last week Centennial beat them 49-0. So, there's no doubt about it. It has been an exceptionally challenging season for both these sides. Kind of for Clovis, it's been a little bit different. They just haven't had a lot of competitiveness in some of these games, but you still put a team on the bus. Come on down here. You know that they want to come out of here with a victory. Would love to come in on the Alamogordo Tigers senior night and come away with the victory. Clovis is in their tunnel, I believe. They haven't made their way out yet. You can kind of see things moving around in there. I don't know if Alamogordo has made their way out yet. Here comes Clovis out onto the field. Clovis is in their white road jerseys with gray pants, purple helmets, and purple numerals for the Wildcats tonight. And here come the Tigers, who will don all black, black tops, black pants, black helmets, and white numerals for the Tigers tonight. As they are all set up on the south side of the field. And when we say south, that'll be the right side. North will be the left. We are looking east towards the Sacramento Mountains, even though we can't see them completely in dark to get tonight's game going. I think it's the first time that's the case for football this year. And probably the chilliest it's been for a game this season. I don't know. Actually, the game 2 weeks ago on a Thursday, because of the rain, it was pretty chilly for that game against Las Cruces. But on a nice night, we haven't really had the fall chill for any games yet, and we're finally getting that as the Tigers are led out onto the field with the American flag. And I can tell, is that Dylan Hergenrader that is leading them out? Looks like it is. A lot of these guys are doing the half jersey thing, so their abs are showing these days. So I'm kind of like, which number is that kind of thing? I don't know. These guys work out hard. I understand. Also, the kiddos following them out onto the field, which has been tradition that's been growing here at Tiger Stadium over the last couple of seasons, and we've enjoyed that for sure. Got both the Alamogordo mascots here as well. I feel like we haven't seen. I don't see them as much as I used to over the years here at Tiger football games or the other Tiger events, but hopefully we'll see more of that. All right. The Tigers taking a knee over in the north end zone, now running to their sideline, and we should be ready to get this one underway here shortly. The Alamogordo Tigers and the Clovis Wildcats. Thanks for listening here on Alamo Sports and Talk. You've been listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Be back with us for halftime when we reach that here in about an hour or so. 24 minutes of game time coming up. And again, for those listening in Clovis on 99.9 KTQM and KCLV 1240. Thanks for tuning in tonight for the Tigers and the Wildcats. I guess we haven't done coin toss yet. Tigers are going to have all the seniors walk out. Clovis has their 4 captains that are walking out as well. So the Clovis captains, Javier Jimenez, Clifton Brown, number 44, Troy Richer, and it looks like number 15, Jaden Tapia Cordova. That might be 13. Yeah, 15. The Tigers captains, at least in the huddle with the officials, are number 11, Efrain Hernandez, number 52, Kamari and Morale, number 30, Dylan Hergenrader, number 7, Josiah Quinlan, and then all the seniors are standing back at the hash mark as we'll get to do the coin toss right before the game. Usually it's happening previous to to things getting started, but with senior night, the officials let things go until now. And so Alamogordo looks like they have won the toss, and we'll see what they decide. Alamo, most of the season, has chosen to defer. Let's see what they do here. They will. Well, they'll receive. So the Tigers want the ball first. Tigers will receive. They will go left to right. The Clovis Wildcats will defend the south end zone to begin tonight's game. And some final instructions from the white hat official. Handshakes all around. And we're ready to get this one underway. One more time for the 2024 season for both of these teams. Chance to finish off strong. And look forward to bringing you one more Tiger football game this season here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. Tigers getting some last instructions in a huddle with Coach A.J. Cisco. And they will spread out, and the deep returners for the Tigers will be number 22, Tigers kicker, but also plays DB and a lot of other things, wide receiver Aiden Vasquez. Number 10, Tristan Bowman. And it looks like they'll also put Dylan Hergenrader and Marcus Bryant Jr. back deep. Wildcats are still in their huddle, standing over at the far sideline. And we'll tee it up at the 40 and get this one underway. So temperatures probably in the 60s. Not much of a wind. There is a chance of showers and thunderstorms, but I think it's supposed to be after we're done tonight. We'll find things to knock on wood and make sure that doesn't happen before we finish tonight's competition. But I don't make the weather happen, even though certain coaches have blamed me for mentioning it. So the Wildcats all lining up in kind of a horseshoe around the football, and now they will spread out across the 35-yard line. And we are ready to get this one underway. Here goes the kick, and it's a short line drive that will work its way up the far sideline and out of bounds. And so the Tigers will see if they want to make them re-kick or just go ahead and take it to the 35. Looks like Alamogordo is just going to take the ball at the 35 and get this one underway offensively. Tigers, of course, with Nathaniel Best at quarterback, joined by Dylan Hergenrader in the backfield normally, but Tigers are going to go, looks like 5 wide to begin this game. Haven't seen much of this season for the Tigers. So 5 wide receivers for Alamogordo. They'll put a man in motion, Marcus Bryant Jr. And they toss to Marcus, and he is going to throw it deep, but he overthrows a wide open man as they were looking for Josiah Quinlan. And the Tigers ran it well, but unfortunately Marcus overthrew his man. I don't know if that was also a combination of the receiver stopping on the play. Hard to know. All right, Tigers will line it back up. This is more traditional formation, 3 wide receivers, running back down to the left of Best, and Hergenrader will take it straight up the middle. Tigers pushing the pile across the 40 to the 41, and it'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers. Third and 4 at the 41. Tigers back to the line of scrimmage. The snap. Handoff Hergenrader straight up the middle. Hergenrader to the 50, to the 45, 40. Outrunning the defender to the 20, 15, 10. He's in the end zone for the Tiger touchdown. 56 yards to the end zone, or 54 yards to the end zone for Dylan Hergenrader. And the Tigers strike quickly. 11:22 to go in the first quarter. And Alamogordo leads 6-0. not much to it, just simple run up the middle, and there was a hole, and once Dillon got to the second level, he had to outrun one defender, and he did so. He was in about hand's reach of him, but Hergenrader at the afterburners and was past him. So Aiden Vasquez will try the extra point. Snap down, kick is up, and that is good. 7-0 Alamogordo, 11:22 to go in the first quarter. Let's take a commercial break, and we'll return here to Tiger Stadium. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 1019. And for our friends in Clovis, you're listening to 99.9 KTQM and ACLV 1240.
Join the Lady of the Mountain Run fundraiser for the need-based NMSUA scholarships. Half marathon, 10K, 5K, or 1 mile challenge, November 23rd. Register online at ladyofthemountainrun.com or at First National Bank. Thanks to our sponsors, Fraternal Order of the Eagles 4101, Sacramento Mountains Foundation, Mountain View Dental, Rotary Clubs of Alamogordo, Tularosa, and White Sands, and the stations of Bird Broadcasting.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's 7-0 Alamogordo, 11:22 to go in the first quarter. Tigers send the kickoff out of bounds. And so it'll be Clovis starting at the 35-yard line as well to begin their opening drive of this matchup. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 1019. And Clovis will line it up with two wide receivers to the bottom. And they'll put one of those men in motion, bring him behind the quarterback, and we'll see a handoff going straight up the middle as the Wildcats will give it to number 22, Matthew Ochoa. Starting at quarterback tonight for the Wildcats, Javier Jimenez. Kaiden Everett was the man that motioned into the backfield in that play. It's going to be a gain of 1 on the run. And the Wildcats will go two wide receivers to the top side now. 2nd and 9. Handoff again. And again, not a whole lot there, maybe a yard as they give the ball to Ochoa. And 3rd and 8 here for the Wildcats. Ball closer to the far hash at the 37-yard line. By the way, 59-yard touchdown for the Tigers. Sometimes my my spatial awareness of where the ball is at, not the best, but had to think about it for a second. 3rd and long. 4 wide receivers now for the Wildcats. And back to pass. Here's the throw, and it is just off the mark behind the receiver as Jimenez was looking for Clifton Brown. Brown was at the hash marks on the near side at the 46-yard line. Tried to fit it in between the zone coverage of the Tigers, but ended up being a little bit off. And so it'll be a punt for Clovis on their opening drive. Punter standing back at the 25. Tigers with a little bit of pressure. Line drive kick is going to be muffed. Still having some trouble getting to it, but eventually bringing it in as Vasquez. Vasquez made a man miss. Now he's reversing his field, but he's going to be brought down, kept with it. We are going to have a penalty flag, and then a little bit of extra going on between a couple of players, Kamari and Morale. Usually when there's a little bit, playing right to the end of the whistle, it's going to be Kamarian. Not altogether surprising. We'll see what the penalty flag is. Looks like it's a hold on Alamogordo. So the Tigers brought down at the 19-yard line and put him back another 10, or no, I'm back at the 18 actually, so it should take them back to the 8. Unless they go half the distance to the goal there. And that'll put Alamogordo back on offense. As they have yet to mark off the penalty yardage, they will go to the 9. So that is half the distance to the goal. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. First, I guess, official penalty of the game. I guess the kickoff out of bounds is a penalty too, but Tigers, 2 wide receivers split way out to the bottom side, 1 to the top. Ball is on the far hash. Here's the snap, and just a sprint run to the near side for Best, and Best trying to use Hergenrader as a blocker, but not much there. Looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Alamogordo.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Tigers will line it up now in the near hash. 2 wide receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Best takes the snap, hands it off Hergenrader up the middle. Dylan will get positive yardage. They'll cross the 15 and make this a 3rd and more manageable, it looks like. 3rd and 3. A gain of 7. Already 72 yards rushing for Dylan. Tigers right back to the line. Here's the snap. Hand off Hergenrader to the right side. He's got the 1st down and a little bit more as he crosses the 20 and is brought down at about the 25-yard line. Zach Martinez on the tackle for Clovis. And another gain of 7 for Alamogordo, and the Tigers move the chains. Clovis with 3 down linemen, 4 right at the line of scrimmage. Give again to Hergenrader. Hergenrader will take it right guard and will fall forward across the 30 to the 32-yard line, it looks like, is the mark. So another solid gain for Hergenrader as he picks up 7, and it'll be 2nd down and 3 from the Tigers' 32-yard line. 8:24 to go first quarter. Alamogordo leads Clovis 7-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. The snap, fake of the handoff, and rolling out to his left is Best. Looking to throw. Got a man and completes it to Bowman. Bowman at the 50, at the 45, cuts to the middle of the field to the 40. He's got a blocker up the sideline to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, 5, touchdown. I see no flags on the field, and the Tigers with another big play, as this time it will go 67 yards on the touchdown reception from Best to Bowman. And Alamogordo quickly up 14-0 tonight.
Number 22, Aiden Vasquez, set to kick for the Tigers.
So Tristan Bowman getting mobbed by his teammates on the near sideline. Crossing pattern. Bowman found his way to the far sideline. And when he caught it, he turned upfield, made one man miss as he cut back towards the middle of the field and then back towards the sideline and found his way to the end zone. Extra point is up and good from Aiden Vasquez. 8:04 to go in the first quarter. It's the Alamogordo Tigers 14 and the Clovis Wildcats nothing. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 1019. And for our friends in Clovis, 99.9 KTQM and KCLV 1240. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football.
I support our community, so I shop locally and work with other area businesses whenever I can. My credit union does too, so I became a member there. My credit union offers online bill pay, mobile banking, and e-statements. I get first-name friendly service along with faster, smarter banking. That's an unbeatable combination.
Loco Credit Union, your credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Visit us online at lococreditunion.com.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Kickoff return for the Wildcats from Clifton Brown. He takes it to the 30-yard line. And both sides lined up ready to go, and the Tigers need a timeout. I don't know if they were short a player or just not set up correctly, but we do have a timeout. We're going to start taking 30-second timeouts between scores. The officials are moving it real fast. I was used to our last game at Las Cruces, and we had plenty of time between kickoffs. I feel like we had like 90 seconds, and I don't know. They're moving faster than I'm used to, which is fine. We're happy to get back to more action. So Nate Best, 67-yard touchdown pass to Tristan Bowman to make it 14-0 Alamogordo. 8:04 to go in the second quarter at that moment of the game. We're down to 7:57 to go on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And we're ready to go. Clovis will line up two wide receivers to the bottom. Lead back off to the left. Tight end on the right side. Tigers going with 4 down linemen. And it looks like we're ready to go now. I should say 4 men at the line of scrimmage. And we still haven't gotten the ready whistle. Okay, I guess we're ready now. All right, running back to the left. Here's the snap and the give. Working off the right side, but not much there. Right side of the Clovis offensive line. Ball does come out, but looks like it's after forward progress. And again on the carry, number 22, Matthew Ochoa. No gain, 2nd and 10. Jimenez in the backfield with Ochoa. Takes the snap, and he will roll to his left, looking to throw. He's got pressure in his face, throws it, and completes it. 40 and pushed out of bounds at the 42. That's going to be enough for a first down. Completion goes to number 9, Kaiden Everett. And so the Wildcats move the chains and pick up 13. And we'll line it up at the near hash. That was well done by the quarterback, Jimenez. And a Tiger defender right on him, and somehow got it over his hand, outstretched hand. Maybe it looked closer from up here, the angle, but it was not an easy pass. Here's the snap and the give. Trying to run it off the right side, cutting back towards the middle and maybe getting 2. He'll fall forward for a couple more. Will Matthew Ochoa as he takes it to the 48. And that's his best gain of the night, or 47. That's a gain of 4. Ball right on the Tiger logo, closer to the far hash on the Clovis 47-yard line. 6:18 to go. 2nd and 6. So it's 2 receivers down to the bottom. And running back to the left of Jimenez. Jimenez will fake the handoff and then roll to his left, looking to throw under pressure. Tosses it up. It's a jump ball. And they're going to call, I guess, pass interference on, it's going to be on Alamogordo. Both guys were definitely fighting for it. So we'll see who gets the penalty here. Pass interference, offense. So they call the penalty on number 1, Clifton Brown. It was man on man down here at the near side. I don't know if that was Hernandez or Bloom that was defending him down here. Might have actually been number 26, Damian Moreno. But Tigers, I would imagine, will take the penalty for sure. So they will push that back to the 36-yard line. It'll be 2nd down again. You know, to me, it was one of those that you just kind of let it go. Both guys were pushing, hand checking, going after the football. I don't really think there was one player that was doing more than the other from when I was watching it. But here's the snap. Speed option to the left, turning upfield and getting some room to the 50, to the 45. Still on his feet, got the first down, breaks away from another tackle, finally brought down across the 40. Some really slick moves from Javier Jimenez. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that 9? No, I think that was 5 that had the carry. 5 and 9 are a little bit difficult to tell from up here, but I'm fairly certain that was Jimenez who took it all the way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 32. Two receivers down to the bottom, and Jimenez will take the snap out of the shotgun, and he will roll to his left looking to pass. He throws, and he completes, and he finds Everett, who is down across the 30-yard line, but going to be a solid gain on first down as he takes it to the 28. Hergenrader comes up with the tackle. That's a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. 5:13 to go in the first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Tigers are up 14-0, but Clovis on their second drive, deep into Tiger territory. 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom. And the running back to the right of Jimenez takes the snap, and he will quick throw and find his man at the hash marks on the far side, and that is number 1, Clifton Brown, just kind of sitting down in the middle of the Tiger zone. He is all the way to the 17-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Gain of 11 on the play. So again, 1st and 10 for Clovis, and now in the red zone here on the far hash of the 17-yard line, going right to left. Back to 4 wide receivers again. They'll bring a man into the backfield. That's Everett. And the handoff will go to the right side. And solid yardage for Matthew Ochoa as he crosses the 15-yard line. And down to the 13. It's a gain of 4. So they need just past the 8. And I guess that was closer to a 5-yard gain. Tigers trying to come up with a stand here deep in their own territory. And line it up here with 2 wide receivers to the bottom. Lead back off to the left, running back to the left. Again, they'll bring Everett in behind in a pistol look. Fake of the handoff. Late toss out to Everett. Everett has got a run to the end zone. He is in. That was well done by the quarterback, Jimenez. As he waited for the Tigers to collapse on him, the late toss out to Everett, who will score from 13 yards out. And the Wildcats cut the Tigers' lead in half. It is 14-6. And right down the field there for Clovis. Start at their own 30 and put together the drive. Lining up in the swinging gate formation. Most of the offensive line off to the left side. Put a man in motion, and they will go for 2. Rolling out to the right, and then faking it, and then working towards the end zone. And it looks like he is in. And so Clovis able to convert. And trying to tell if that was Everett. It looked like that was Jimenez that ran that in, but it's 14-8. And the Tigers will get the ball. We will take a 30-second break this time. 3:30 remaining in the first quarter as the Tigers trail 14-8. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, and 99.9 KTQM and KCLV 1240.
OSU's Black Friday sale is back! For a limited time, Thursday, November 7th and Friday, November 8th. Auto loans as low as 4.99% APR. Recreational loans as low as 6.5% APR. Power sports as low as 7% APR. Holiday personal loans as low as 8.99% APR. And no payments for 90 days. Apply online at oterofcu.org. Limited time offer. Purchases and non-OFCU refinances. All loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30-101-9. Clovis goes onside kick, but Alamogordo will recover it as Dylan Hergenrader jumped in there and grabbed it. Was it Dylan? No, that would be 40 for the Tigers that jumped in there. That was Hayden. Oh, gosh. His sister told me how to pronounce that name earlier this year, and I think it's Shikowski. I'm going to have to think about that one for a little bit. But so 3:28 to go in the first quarter. And the Tiger offense back out in the field. Clovis hasn't had an answer for them to this point, but their offense came up with a big answer there after an opening 3-and-out. And I don't know, it looks like we have one of the officials claiming they're pointing in offsides. So I don't know if Clovis was offsides on the play. But the Tigers will start at the 50. And maybe not. Maybe he just had his hands on his hands. Tigers are ready to go. Ball right at the 50 on the far hash, going left to right. I'll put a man in motion as Bowman. Handoff instead will go to Hergenrader. Hergenrader straight up the middle of the 40. Hergenrader in the open field to the 30, to the 20, up the far sideline, 10, 5. He's into the end zone for the Tiger touchdown. So Alamogordo again with a long scoring play, this time 50 yards. They've scored from 50, 59, and 67 tonight. Dylan getting to that second level, and when he does, look out. 137 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns on 6 carries tonight for Dylan Hergenrader. As Aiden Vasquez will attempt the extra point, and just like that, the Tigers go back up by 2 scores. And he will hold the extra point snap, and Vasquez will put it through. So with 3:17 to go in the first quarter, it's the Tigers 28 and the Wildcats 8. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. And for our Clovis radio stations, listening in, 99.9 KTQM and KCLV 1240. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Tigers ready to kick it off. Left to right. Already Alamogordo's third kickoff of this game. As they lead 21-8 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And here comes the boots. And that one is going to go out of bounds over the far sideline. A lot of kicks out of bounds in this game here early. And so Clovis looks like they will take it at their own 35. And so the Tigers back out defensively. Clovis, after a 3-and-out on their opening drive, went right down the field on the Tigers. And going to try to follow that up. And we're going to get ourselves into a track meet here between these two sides. Tigers would love a stop and get the ball back offensively. As the Tiger offense and the offensive line, give a lot of credit to Hergenrader, but those guys up front have been creating the holes for him here early. Man in motion, far side of the near side for the Wildcats. And the handoff in right up the middle, and getting better yardage on these first down runs is Clovis as they give it to Matthew Ochoa. Gets to the 38-yard line for a gain of 3. So instead of maybe getting 1 or 0 It's been more in that 3, 4, 5 range, and that makes a big difference, especially in terms of what plays you feel like you can call if you're on the Clovis sideline. Ball still closer to the far hash at the 38. Going right to left are the Wildcats. 2:45 to go in the first quarter. 3 wide receivers running back to the left and back to pass. Tigers pressure. Quick throw is complete and then brought down. Nice tackle. Well, I guess not a nice tackle because there's a flag coming in as Bloom brought down number 9, Kaiden Everett, and I guess they're going to call that a horse collar. It was going to be short of the first down to the 43-yard line. Called a face mask? I guess I'm a little confused. That was the back judge that saw that, and he's definitely been the man that's been throwing a lot of the penalty flags. I'm not sure I saw a face mask anywhere in that. But it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. And so Clovis takes it all the way to the 42. Would end up being just a gain of 5 on the reception without the penalty. It was an awkward tackle, but I thought he had him up around the shoulder pads, but these guys down there have a little bit better view than me. 1st and 10 for Clovis at the Alamogordo 42 now. Trips to the top, 1 at the bottom. Tigers with 4 men rushing. Running back now to the rights of the quarterback, Jimenez. He fakes the handoff and now will run for it. He will now throw for it, goes deep, and I think his receivers were trying to come back towards him to help him out and cut off their routes, and the pass is going to be incomplete as it goes too far. Looked like the man he had in the area was number 7, Ethan Gutierrez. They've got some size out on the wide receivers for the it'll be 2nd down and 10. Wildcats again line it up here at the near hash at the 42 on the Tiger side of the field. They'll bunch 3 wide receivers together at the near side, 1 up to the top. Now put a band in motion. That's Everett. And a little bit of pressure in the backfield, and getting away from it is Jimenez up the near sideline to the 30. And Jimenez will get the first down. Had one Tiger player that got in the backfield quickly and then sort of slowed down. And there was nobody really to pursue Jimenez as he gets all the way to the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 15, and it's a first down.
Let's get loud out there, fans. We need to hold them here. Let's make it.
So the Wildcats offense finding its footing and picking up yards and pretty big gashes now. Certainly the penalty helped them out, but we've seen gains of 32, 15, and more than that from that 5-yard range. As snap goes to Jimenez, straight back to pass. A little bit of pressure on him. He was able to work out of it and get to the 25, get to the 20, to the 15, to the 10 up the near sideline, cuts inside and works his way into the end zone for the touchdown. As the Tigers, again, give up a long run from 27 yards out. And the Wildcats back on the scoreboard. 74 yards rushing for the quarterback, Jimenez. Yeah, 5 and 9 almost look exactly the same from up top here. Jimenez did have the 2-point conversion, and now they try the that swinging gate formation again, just a quick toss to the left, trying to go to Everett, and it'll end up rolling out of bounds as it was on the ground. I'm not sure if that was directly snapped from the center to the left or if it snapped to the quarterback and to the left to Everett, but 21-14, 1:16 to go here in the first quarter. Lots of scores here early in this game, and we will take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football.
Hard Sweet Light provides 24/7 control right at your fingertips. This is Galen with First National Bank. Fraud prevention is priceless. Safeguard your card with the touch of a button. Download the free app for a simple, secure way to manage your debit card activity.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Need a business or personal loan? This is Jackie at First National Bank. It's easy. Apply from any device at www.fnb4u.com. Let's get started.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Clovis will go with the short pooch kick, and it is grabbed on a fair catch at the 36-yard line by Alamogordo, and number 34 for the Tigers, Ethan Hudavong. Boy, there's a couple of names in here that I haven't had to call this year for the Tigers, and they are definitely tripping me up. So Tigers lead 21-14 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 1:16 to go in the first. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. And over in Clovis, listening to 99.9 KTQM and KCLV 1240. Here is Best keeping it, faking the handoff, and just sort of putting his head down, getting behind some offensive linemen, crossing the 40, and getting to the 42. It'll be a gain of 5. So he keeps it on the read option, and the Tigers get solid yardage. It's been almost all Dylan Hergenrader tonight, 137 yards rushing. And he'll get the ball again to the right side, up the middle again, and into the open again, to the 40, to the 35, and actually tripped up as he got past the first level of defenders. As he gets over 1,000 yards rushing on the season. So all the way to the Clovis 29-yard line as he picks up 30, and a fake of the handoff by Best. Best will make one of the defenders miss in the backfield and work his way to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5. $167 yards rushing for Hergenrader already in this first half. Closing in on the end of the first quarter, 10 seconds left. Tigers look like they want to run one more play. They will. Best will fake the handoff and roll to his left, looking to throw. Now he'll turn it upfield and run, and still running with it to the 15 as he reversed field, was over at the far sideline. We do have a penalty flag down, though, back at the 24-yard line, and so there'll be a hold on the Tigers. And don't know if that's going to end the quarter, if we're going to run an untimed down. As I'm going to hold off here for a second. I think they accept the penalty. I think they have to run a play here. As they are marking off the penalty yardage. And so the Tigers will run one more play here back from the Clovis 34 now. And 2nd and 15 for the Tigers. Holding on the offense, the 5-yard penalty, replay, 2nd down, 2nd and 15 on the 34. So the Tigers line up with 2 wide receivers, the bottom, 2 to the top. Running back to the right, and Best straight back to pass. They're looking to run the screen. Completes it to Hergenrader. He's got blockers in front of him to the 20. Hergenrader will be tripped up, but it looks like he's got the first down. He'll fall forward to the 16-yard line, and that is enough for a Tiger first down to finish up the quarter. 18 yards on the completion to Dillon, and so that is the end of quarter number 1. Tigers 21, Wildcats 14. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. And in Clovis, KTQM 99.9, KCLV 1240. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
For me, money means I can do the things I want to do. My credit union understands that, so they offer great services that make money easier to manage, like e-statements, online bill pay, mobile banking, right from my smartphone. For my money, my credit union rocks.
Loco Credit Union, your credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Visit us online at lococreditunion.com.
Tigers line up at the Clovis 16-yard line, now going right to left. Ball in the near hash is Best in the shotgun. Take the snap, take the handoff, and roll to his right. Looking downfield, now maybe thinking about running. Now we'll turn it upfield. He makes a man miss the 10, works towards the sticks, close to the 5-yard line, and he will get knocked out at the 5. Don't see any penalty flags this time around. So it'll be a gain of 11 as Alamogordo will pick up the first down. 21 yards rushing on 4 carries for Best. And we mentioned that Dylan Hergenrader had gone over 1,000 yards rushing. Best had already gone over 1,000 yards this season. Tigers have put up a bunch of yards this year. And a throw to the back corner of the end zone looking for Bryant. Looks like he's got it. Touchdown to Marcus Bryant Jr. Just tossed it up for him, and he made the grab. Second touchdown reception tonight, or second touchdown pass tonight for Best. And the Tigers answer back and go back up by 2 scores, 27-14, with 11:32 to go in quarter number 2. Aiden Vasquez again to try the extra point. And we'll see if one of these teams' defenses can start to come away with some stops. With the exception of Alamogordo's 3-and-out on Clovis to begin the game, we've been going up and down the field. The extra point, I think, is just going to leak through. I think. Or do we have a penalty flag? I guess maybe there was no play there. All right. So we're going to try this again. One of the Tiger players was, I guess, told to come off the field. I don't know. Here's the snap. Kick is up. That one much better there from Vasquez. And so the extra point is good. Not really sure what happened there, but the extra point counts. 28-14 with 11:32 to go in the second quarter. We'll take 30 seconds here and return to Tiger Stadium with the Tigers in front of the Wildcats by 14.
If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers!
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Tigers ready to send it away on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 28-14, Alamogordo in front early in this second quarter after a 5-yard touchdown pass from Best to Bryant. As the whistle blows, and it'll be a on-the-ground squib kick that bounces the 25 to the 20, and it is going to be grabbed by Clifton Brown, as one Tiger was hustling up the sideline to try and get to it. And so the worst starting field position for either team tonight inside their own 25-yard line at the 22 for Clovis. Clovis will line it up, 2 wide receivers to the bottom, lead back to the left. 6 men on the line, running back to the left of the quarterback Jimenez. They'll bring a man in the backfield and give it to him. And pretty nice run here from Everett as he crosses the 30 on the jet sweep. Gets 9 to the 31. So now on both sides we're seeing these big chunks of yardage. As Clovis in their huddle. Nathan Saraceras did his best to try to get back in there and make the stop before Everett could turn the corner, but just wasn't there quick enough. Here's the snap. Pretty much the same play, but they fake the handoff this time, and the Tigers are going to get into the backfield and push Jimenez back, and he was going to lose yardage on the play. They mark him all the way at the 24-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 6 on the run. So they ran the jet sweep coming across, but he faked the handoff to Everett and kept it himself. And so Alamogordo with a chance on a 3rd and 6 to try to get Clovis off the field. As Clovis's offense has scored on their last 2 trips. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Tigers will bring up press coverage on the corners. And looking to throw, and we've got a penalty flag, and it would appear to be a dead ball penalty, so we're stopping everything. And it is false start on Clovis. So that's 5 more yards back here for the Wildcats, and it'll be 3rd and long.
Well done, fans. You guys keep that noise going out there.
3rd and 11 now as they start this play from the 21-yard line. Clock rolling under 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Trips to the bottom and 1 to the top. And the running back to the right of Jimenez. He'll roll out to the right on the bootleg. Tigers trying to keep him contained, but Jimenez going to break out of it. Jimenez to the 30 and brought down. Nice open field tackle. Looks like Aiden Vasquez was able to get to him before he got the first down. Saw a couple of the Tigers linemen trying to keep some contain on Jimenez and not let him get into a running position, and they did a pretty good job, but he basically reversed the field. He was all the way down here towards the near hash. He ended up getting tackled over at the far sideline by the end of the play and came up about 2 yards short. Clovis lining up to punt. And now they're looking to go for the fake. Making one man misses Jimenez. He's the punter. He's got the first down running it and will go out of bounds. So the Tigers got 2 men into the backfield, but he made both of them miss, and so the fake punt. And so the Wildcats will pick up the first down to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 9 on the run. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was going to be a fake. Clovis is, we talked about it going in this game. Neither one of these teams has anything to lose. So, who cares going for a fake punt on 4th and 2 deep in your own territory? Why not? So now from the shotgun, Jimenez will take the snap, running over to his right, and now turning upfield and breaking into the open to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. He will get all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. 61 yards. And that play just slowly developed. He really didn't hit the hole quickly, and the Tigers couldn't shed their blocks and just right up the field. And the Tiger defense continues to get gashed here by Clovis. And Clovis again will line up in that swing and gate formation. And now we'll go under center and just run it straight ahead. And the Tigers, don't even get up there and defend it almost. They just let them run in. So the 2-point conversion good. The Tigers were just standing there, and he went under center, and instead of somebody getting right up on the offensive lineman, they stood back. So, I don't know. We got one of the officials having a conversation with one of the Clovis players right now. So I'm not sure. But it's 28-22. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. But another big run. And both these teams ripping long plays. And Tigers had a chance to stop on 3rd and 11 and gave up a 9-yard run, then gave up a fake punt, and then all of a sudden it's a 60-plus yard touchdown run for the quarterback Jimenez, who is well over 120 yards rushing on the night, up over 130 as a matter of fact. The Wildcats will send it away again. And Tigers, I mean, not once has Clovis gone and lined up in a normal extra point position. And I don't know, I just wonder if there needs to be a different way the Tigers decide to defend that swinging gate. Because with the exception of Clovis making a mistake, they've scored on the 2 that they've been able to get a clean snap on. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Alamogordo as they return the kickoff to the 37-yard line. Another squib kick there. And so Best will line up with the running back to his left. 2 receivers, and Best will try to get around the edge here. He does. Able to stay in bounds at the 45 and then kind of get ushered out of bounds by a couple of Clovis defenders at midfield right at the 50. And that'll be a 12-yard gain for Best, and the Tigers will grab the first down. Tigers already lined up. And the snap. And Best, got a pass into Bryant just over the outstretched hand of a Clovis receiver. He was undercutting that route, and I thought that was going to be an interception, but he zipped it in there nicely, and then Bryant, after the catch, picks up another 7-8 yards. It'll be a gain of 12 as he gets it to the 43-yard line. Marcus's second catch of the night after the touchdown grab earlier. And we've got whistles and a stoppage here on first down. And I don't know if they're needing one of the Tiger players to come off the field. So Bryant will come off the field, and I don't know what, similar to what we saw with Josiah Quinlan as well. Not sure on that extra point try. Here's the handoff to Hergenrader to the left side. Dillon will push forward and across the 30-yard line and get it down to the 29. It'll be a gain of 8 for Dillon. And we do have a penalty flag again from the, I'm going to call a personal foul on Alamogordo. I think that was on the block. One of the Tigers was finishing the block after the play, and I think that's what they called it on. And so it'll be 15 yards after the play, and so the Tigers will face a second down and long. I'm trying to update you guys on our social media, and having trouble keeping up and also being able to do the broadcast tonight, so I don't know if I have to give up on my efforts here to try and do this. Easily the most points we've seen in a Tiger game. And so now we got the white hat running all the way over to the Alamogordo sideline. After that penalty. And a guess explaining what exactly they saw on that play. And so Alamogordo at their Clovis 44, and they're calling it, this shouldn't be third down, this should be second down. The marker on the far side shows third, this should be second. I don't know why there would be a loss of down. Best looking to throw, and now coming out of the pocket, running to his left to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, 25, 20, and is going to put a shoulder to somebody at the 10 and push forward to about the 5-yard line, and Alamogordo will have the first down. Scrambling quarterbacks have been hard to stop tonight for both sides, and that is a gain of 37 yards on the run. And the Tigers will have first and goal at the Clovis 7. Tigers 2 wide receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. Hergenrader next to Best. And he'll give it to Dillon. Dillon untouched into the end zone from 7 yards out. Another touchdown for Dillon Hergenrader as he adds to his total 182 yards rushing on 9 carries and 3 touchdowns. And the Tigers will try the extra point as they go up 34-22. Anybody that can finally make a stop in this game. I don't know where the first to 70 wins if we keep this kind of pace up. I just don't know. Here's the snap and the kick. It is good. 35-22. 7:04 to go in the quarter. We'll take a break. 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk. 1230-1019. And in Clovis, you're listening to KTQM 99.9 and KCLV 1240.
OFCU's Black Friday sale is back. For a limited time, Thursday, November 7th and Friday, November 8th. Auto loans as low as 4.99% APR. Recreational loans as low as 6.5% APR. Power sports as low as 7% APR. Holiday personal loans as low as 8.99% APR. And no payments for 90 days. Apply online at oterofcu.org. Limited time offer. Purchases and non-OFCU refinances. All loans subject to credit approval. Other terms may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. And the Tigers will go line drive on the kick, and it'll be picked up at about the 20. And trying to cut up field and getting brought down at the 25 is Clifton Brown for Clovis. Alamogordo leads Clovis here, 35-22. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard. .6:59 to go in the half. Now this is kind of getting to a crucial point here, because if Clovis can score and not leave Alamogordo a whole lot of time, they can try to double dip here. They get the ball to begin the second half, so Tigers, they're going to come up with a stop here. This would be a really good place to do it. They want to put them 3 and out to open up the game. Since then, Clovis has scored on their other 3 possessions. Man in motion, and they give it to Everett on the jet sweep. Tigers have it very well defended this time. Good hit on the outside, Dillon Hergenrader. And number 66 for the Tigers, now 56, Dominic Padilla. But both guys get to the edge, and it's going to be a 1-yard gain for Everett. So 2nd and 9. Tigers have had a hard time getting off the field on, it really doesn't matter what the length has been on the, they found a way to convert on some of these plays. Again, they'll bring Everett into the backfield behind Jimenez. Here's the give straight up the middle and breaking 1 tackle and pushing towards the 30-yard line. It's a new runner in the backfield, number 15. Jaden Tapia Cordoba gets his first carry of the night and makes it third and at least more manageable. 3rd and 5. So it'll be 3rd and 5. And I mean, to be honest, if they get it anywhere close and don't convert, I mean, I think Clovis is probably going for it, to be honest. And when we got a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Clovis, and they're going to talk things over. Pretty much the same setup as they were bringing that wide receiver from the slot back into the backfield. And so far we've seen them, haven't seen them give it directly to the man in the pistol. They've gone jet sweep. They've kept it with the quarterback. They've passed the ball out of the formation. So we've seen little wrinkles each time they've run it out of that spot. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019 here in Alamogordo. And for our friends out in Clovis that are listening in, 99.9 KTQM and KCLV 1240. It is Alamogordo 35, Clovis 22. Clock stop with 5:32 remaining in the second quarter. So it'll be down at the 29-yard line on the Clovis side of the field, near hash. They're going left to right. And so they'll run back out into formation. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. And they'll just have Everett in the pistol. Won't put him in motion or behind the quarterback in the pistol. And fake of the handoff. Jimenez, late toss out to Everett, but he is going to be stopped in the backfield. Tigers had that read well. That was Dylan Hergenrader, who was there quickly. And the Tigers had already seen that a couple of times and were ready for it. And it's a loss of 5 back to the 24-yard line. Tigers, again, have got to be very aware of the fake. With Jimenez, the quarterback, with his speed as the punter as well. I think you have to keep an eye on that every time. Yeah, he will punt it, and it was blocked, partially blocked. And one of the Tiger players was able to cover it at the 39. That was smart because it bounced off of somebody, and Kamari and Morale was very quick thinking and making sure to fall on it because I think it bounced off a Tiger. And so Alamogordo got back there. Been a lot of demonstrative signals from our officials tonight. They're talking to each other, and from up here, it almost seems like I don't think they're arguing with each other, but it almost feels like that from up here, you know? I don't know. Can't hear them. But, you know, when you can watch somebody from a distance and they're making, gestations and I don't know. Tigers between the hashes at the Clovis 39 with a 1st and 10, up by a couple of scores. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Bryson Bloom. Bloom with his first carry of the night as he crosses the 35-yard line down to the 31, just to run straight up the middle. He'll pick up 8, and the Tigers have a 1st down 10. So the Tigers got exactly what they needed. Talking about Clovis's opportunity to try to double-dip, score before the end of the half, and score at the beginning of the second half. Bloom will not get it again. Fake of the handoff. Best will keep it. Best making a couple of guys miss. He's to the 20, the 15. He's going to run away from everybody into the end zone for the Tiger touchdown. So Best takes it 31 yards for his first rushing touchdown of the night. Now up to 91 yards rushing. And Alamogordo up over 40 here in the first half. It's 41-22. And so the Tigers line up for the extra point. Clovis will still have a really good chance to try to score here before the end of the half and grab one at the beginning of the second half. You have 4:13 remaining after a quick Tiger score. Vasquez extra point is good. We will take a break. You're listening to Tiger Football. The Richardson Motor scoreboard shows the Tigers 42, Clovis 22. This is Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019 in Clovis on 99.9 KTQM, KCLV, 1240.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Tigers will send it away. And again, line drive kick on the ground. It's grabbed by an up man about the 30. He is across the 40 and will be pushed back shy of the 45-yard line. And that is where Clovis will begin their next drive. 42-22. And we do have a penalty flag. Let's wait and see what that is. Didn't seem like there was anything noticeable, but you see the Tigers pick up a penalty here, maybe extra after the play. Now, it came a big pile and everybody started pushing back. So I guess I just got to assume that there was something extra. We still have not seen the official call. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Clovis. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Alamogordo. Penalties offset. So Clovis will have the ball at their own 43, 1st and 10. And we got 4:04 remaining in the first half. Looks like time-wise, this half hasn't been long for as much scoring as we've had in this first half. But up and down the field we've gone. Tigers, the only side to get a stop so far. They've gotten a couple of them. 2 receivers to each side. They'll put Everett in motion. Here's the snap. Everett rolling to his right. He's got men after him. Still rolling and looking to throw. And, oh, it was a wonderful pass. And Everett had it right in his hands and couldn't reel it in. There were Tigers kind of flashing in front of him and in his area. But that was a wonderful throw from Jimenez right at the near sideline at the 40. Dropped it in between a couple of Tiger defenders on the run. That was not an easy throw. And unfortunately, his receiver just could not reel it in. And it's 2nd down and 10. So the Wildcats will line up with trips to the top, 1 to the bottom. On their own 43, 2nd and 10 on the far hash. Tigers with 4 at the line. And here's the snap. Jimenez, quick throw to the running back. He catches it. And there'll be a penalty flag and probably a block in the back, but a nice gain for number 15, Jaden Tapia Cordova. And I think this one will be coming back as the wide receiver that was blocking in front of the play was either holding or he pushed in the back. Now a conference with the officials. And you have to wonder if that may lead to the penalty being, okay, a block in the back. Sometimes when they talk it over, you wonder if they're going to pick up the flag. They do not. And so it'll be from the 48-yard line that they'll mark off the penalty. He had taken it all the way to the Alamogordo 44, but the penalty on the Clovis side of the 48, so this will push them to a 2nd and 15. Actually back to the 37, so it'll be 2nd and 16 now for Clovis as they pick up the penalty. Clock rolls there with 3:49 to go. Clovis will send 3 wide receivers to the top. Tigers 2 safeties. They're 3 DBs and 2 linebackers, kind of all on the same level. And 4 men at the line of scrimmage. Jimenez takes the snap. Quick throw. It is complete underneath the Tiger coverage to Everett. And he'll take it to the 46 and pick up most of the penalty yardage they lost, or a good portion of it, as he picks up 9 on the completion. And so 3rd and 7. Trips to the top, 1 at the bottom. Between the hashes, going left to right. Fakes the quick throw. Now Jimenez rolling, and he is going to find his receiver as he gets Brown. Brown trying to make some guys miss. It was already a first down from where he caught it at about the 45 of Alamogordo, and kept fighting for a few extra yards. He'll work his way to the 42-yard line, as the Wildcats will pick up 12 on the completion, and they will move the chains with 2:42 remaining in the half. 2 receivers to the top and 2 to the bottom. 4-2-5 setup for the Tigers. Not really up on the receivers, playing back. Jimenez looking to throw. Now he's going to run for it, and he is all the way to the 30-yard line. Almost lost that football, but was able to reel it back in. Looks like he's got enough for the first down. Appears he has 10. 140 yards rushing now for Jimenez. So it's 1st and 10 now from the Alamogordo 32-yard line, as we get ready to go under 2 minutes to go. Clovis with 2 timeouts remaining. They've got 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Jimenez straight back to pass, and some pressure in the backfield. Tigers trying to keep him contained. He's directing traffic and throws it too far for receiver. Looking for number 7, Ethan Gutierrez. Tigers are doing a better job of keeping contained, not allowing running lanes. Trips to the bottom and 1 to the top. And rolling to his right and looking down the field is Jimenez. 2nd down, and he's going to be, he's going to get out of a sack and is going to complete it downfield and spinning away from the tackle upfield. It's like is that Everett again, number 9? It was number 2. Yeah, I think that was at number 9. PA said 2. It's 9. Kaiden Everett. That was a heck of a play by Jimenez in the backfield, as it goes all the way down to the 6-yard line. It broke away from what was going to be a clear sack. And now they'll line up in a split back formation under center. I haven't seen a team run that in a while. We've got a penalty flag. And I don't know if the Tigers had too many on the field. Oh, no, it's an illegal shift on Clovis. So I don't know if they ever actually got set there. So it'll go back to the 11-yard line on a 5-yard penalty. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 11. Takes the snap, does Jimenez. Fakes the handoff, and throwing to the middle of the field. Had his man wide open, and he dropped it. Had it right in the hands of Clifton Brown. He'd gotten away from the Tiger defenders, who had sort of been watching the ball. That was a well-designed play by Clovis.
Come on, Ben. Keep it going out there.
Right in the middle of the end zone, but incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and goal now from the 11. 1:11 remaining here in the first half. Tigers in front, 42-22. Now Clovis can score here and get a score to begin the second half. They can work this game back to a one possession difference. So some big moments here. Two wide receivers, pistol formation, running back to the left of Jimenez. He rolls out to his left. He's got pressure from Hernandez coming from behind. Hernandez strips the ball loose. It is recovered, I believe, by the Tigers at the far sideline. It is. So the Tigers brought a safety blitz. Efrain Hernandez used his speed to come from behind to rip it loose from Jimenez. And the ball came loose, and I couldn't see who fell on it over there at the far side. It was, I think, someone in the 60 numbers, but there was a big pile for it. But Alamogordo gets a big defensive stop with Clovis trying to put it in the end zone. Tigers will have the ball with 1 minute remaining. They've got timeouts to use here as well. So we'll see how aggressive Alamo decides to be. They'll come out in three wide receivers. Two to the bottom, one at the top. And the running back to the right. Best will take the snap, and he'll hand it off. Hergenrader straight up the middle. No, I'm sorry, that is Bloom, I believe, who is running away from it. The 50 to the 40 to the 30. It's a foot race to the 10, 5, touchdown. The Alamogordo Tigers, 95 yards for Bryson Bloom. And Alamogordo gets the score before the end of the half. Nothing fancy there. The Tigers were just trying to create some room deep in their own end. Bryson Bloom with the big run. And once he got in the open, it was a foot race. And the sophomore ran away with it. He's over 100 yards rushing now. And it's 48-22 pending the extra points. So two key stops defensively for Alamogordo towards the end of the half. And they add on two scorers as Vasquez puts through the extra point. 49-22, 45 seconds remaining here in the first half on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second break and return. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. In Clovis, you're listening to 99.9 KTQM, KCLV, 1240.
Join the Lady of the Mountain Run fundraiser for the need-based NMSUA scholarships. Half marathon, 10K, 5K, or 1 mile challenge, November 23rd. Register online at ladyofthemountainrun.com or at First National Bank. Thanks to our sponsors, Fraternal Order of the Eagles 4101, Sacramento Mountains Foundation, Mountain View Dental, Rotary Clubs of Alamogordo, Tularosa, and White Sands, and the stations of Burt Broadcasting.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Line drive on the kickoff for the Tigers. It'll die at about the 25 and picked up there, running towards the far sideline. And thought I saw a penalty flag come in there, but maybe I was just imagining things. Looked like number 88, I. Williams. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for Clovis with 40 seconds to go. It's Alamogordo 49, Clovis 22. And Clovis, you have to think, needs to be aggressive in this spot and try and get something here before the end of the half. And they'll line up with 4 wide receivers. Big thing for the Tigers, don't let anybody get behind you. And play action and a deep throw up the near sideline, and looked like some miscommunication as Ethan Gutierrez, the receiver at the near side, was sort of looking around, and I think maybe he was expecting that pass to go towards the middle of the field. Instead, that was out towards the sideline. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Clovis lines it up again. Trips wide receivers to the bottom, one at the top. And we've got whistles, and we've got a timeout called by Alamogordo. So the Tigers want to talk things over, didn't have things set up defensively the way that they would have liked. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. The Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show is coming up for you next, so stick around for that. As the Tigers trying to keep Clovis out of the end zone. We've seen some big plays on both sides. So let's be honest. If Clovis was able to find a way to the end zone before the end of the half, wouldn't be the biggest shock of the world. As they've got gains of 31, 37. Wait, hold on. I think I've got it on the wrong sheet. Gains of 61, 32. I mean, they've definitely gashed the Tigers a lot through this game. So Tigers have got to be on their toes and try to keep the positive momentum going into halftime. Well, can't say tonight's game hasn't been exciting. You know, you come into a 1-8, 0-9 matchup. You know, you don't really know if you're going to get an entertaining game. This has definitely been up and down the field entertaining. As Jimenez takes the snap, and he will fake the handoff. Now is going to get sacked from behind as he, on the play action, rolled out to his right. Second time he's been hit from the blind side, able to hold on to it this time. Isaac Lotta gets the sack for the Tigers. And it'll be 3rd and 15. Clovis not taking a timeout and don't seem to be in any hurry to call a play. As I think that will be the final play of the half. Alamogordo not using any of their timeouts, and that is the final play of the half. So we'll go to the locker rooms. Alamogordo puts up 49 in the first half on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, and they lead the Clovis Wildcats 49-22. The Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show is coming up for you next. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019, 1240 KCLV, and 99.9 KTQM in Clovis. We'll return in 2.5 minutes. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
I support our community, so I shop locally and work with other area businesses whenever I can. My credit union does too, so I became a member there. My credit union offers online bill pay, mobile banking, and e-statements. I get first-name friendly service along with faster, smarter banking. That's an unbeatable combination.
Loco Credit Union, your credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Visit us online at lococreditunion.com.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
OFCU's Black Friday sale is back! For a limited time, Thursday, November 7th and Friday, November 8th. Auto loans as low as 4.99% APR. Recreational loans as low as 6.5% APR. Power sports as low as 7% APR. Holiday personal loans as low as 8.99% APR. And no payments for 90 days. Apply online at oterofcu.org. Limited time offer. Purchases and non-OFCU refinances. All loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's RyanRichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. And for those who are listening in Clovis, 99.9 KTQM, KCLV 1240. And halftime on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, Alamogordo 49, Clovis 22. The Tigers jumped out to a early 14-0 lead. Started off with a Dylan Hergenrader 59-yard touchdown run. Tigers would get a 3-and-out on Clovis. And the punt plus a penalty put the Tigers starting deep inside their own territory, inside their own 10. They worked it out to about the 30-yard line, and then Nate Best found Tristan Bowman on a 67-yard touchdown pass. That put Alamogordo up 14-0. But Clovis would go right down the field on their next possession. A 13-yard touchdown run from Caden Everett. And Everett would run it in for 2 points. And I think that was Jimenez that run it in for 2 points, but regardless, 14-8 at 5-9, man. Tigers would get the ball back, and a 50-yard touchdown run for Dylan Hergenrader. Clovis tried an onside kick, and the Tigers recovered. And then Hergenrader on the very next play would take it down for the end zone with 3:16 to go in the first quarter. Clovis, again, in 2 minutes, right down the field. Javier Jimenez, a 27-yard touchdown run. The two-point conversion failed that time. That made it 21-14. Tigers would get the ball back and work down the field pretty quickly. 11:32 to go in the second quarter. It would be Best from 5 yards out, passing to Marcus Bryant Jr., and that made it 28-14. Again, Clovis would answer. It would be 61 yards on the run from Javier Jimenez, and it would make it 28-22 after Jimenez would run it in on the two-point conversion. Tigers have not handled that swinging gate formation well tonight. Tigers, though, offensively, have yet to be stopped, and Dylan Hergenrader would run it in from 7 yards out on the next possession. Made it 35-22 with 7:05 to go in the second quarter. Clovis would get back with mind on trying to score before the end of the half, but they would have a punt that was partially blocked. Tigers would get it at the Clovis 39, and then Nate Best on a second down would run it in from 31 yards out. Make it 42-22 with 4:13 to go in the second quarter. Clovis would go down the field in the next drive, had it inside the Alamogordo 10-yard line, a penalty, and then a strip sack fumble. Tigers would recover at their own 5. And on the very next play, Bryson Bloom would run it 95 yards the other direction for a touchdown. That made it 49-22 with 45 seconds remaining. And that's where we're at. 182 yards rushing on 9 carries for Dylan Hergenrader, 91 yards rushing on 7 carries for Nate Best, 103 yards rushing on 2 carries for Bryson Bloom. The Tigers also have 85 yards passing on 2 of 3 passing from Nate Best. One of those to Tristan Bowman. He is 4 of 5 passing. 2 to Marcus Bryant Jr. for 17 yards, 1 to Dylan Hergenrader for 18, and the touchdown pass to Bowman for 67 yards. And that's where we're at with the Tigers offensively. So, I mean, Alamogordo almost 400 yards of rushing yards, over 400 yards of offense in that first half. Clovis, nothing to sneeze at either. 140 yards rushing for Jimenez. He's got 83 yards passing as well. 45 yards rushing for Caden Everett. And do want to mention number 15, Sean Schiller, has got a carry tonight for 4 yards. Unfortunately, the Max Preps roster did not have his name in there correctly, so apologies to family of Sean. Was going by the information that I had there. Thanks to Dwayne Chase back in Clovis for letting me know about that. So number 15, Sean Schiller's touched the ball a couple of times already tonight for Clovis. And number 22, Matthew Ochoa with 6 carries for 13 yards. So that's where we sit here at halftime. Alamogordo in front, 49-22, but it was a crazy first half. Who knows what we're going to get in the second half. Clovis will have the ball to start first, and certainly they've got a pretty big hill to climb, but if their defense can find a way to come up with some stops, they certainly could make this game a lot more interesting. The Tigers trying to keep the train going. 7 possessions, 7 touchdowns. The offense has been unstoppable so far tonight. Well, let's go ahead and take a commercial break. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. We'll stick in on some stats or some scores, I should say, from around the state of New Mexico. And looks like we're doing a little bit longer halftime than usual. I think we're doing the 20 minutes because they were doing a special presentation at half. Alamogordo Tiger Band is performing as well. So we'll take a 2.5-minute break. We'll return. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 1019. In Clovis, you're listening on 99.9 KTQM, KCLV 1240. This is Tiger Football.
Need a business or personal loan? This is Jackie at First National Bank. It's easy. Apply from any device at www.fnb4u.com. Let's get started.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
There's winter, spring, summer, and then there's football season. Around here, football is more than a sport. It's a way of life. Take in a game. Support our teams. It's the best entertainment in town.
Loco Credit Union, your credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Visit us online at lococreditunion.com.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
OFCU's Black Friday sale is back! For a limited time, Thursday, November 7th and Friday, November 8th. Auto loans as low as 4.99% APR. Recreational loans as low as 6.5% APR. Power sports as low as 7% APR. Holiday personal loans as low as 8.99% APR. And no payments for 90 days. Apply online at OteroFCU.org. Limited time offer. Purchases and non-OFCU refinances. All loans subject to credit approval. Other terms may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Also in Clovis, listening on KTQM 99.9, KCLV 1240. Scores from around the state of New Mexico. Our score here, by the way, on the Richardson Motor scoreboard is Alamogordo 49, Clovis 22. Elsewhere, Logan advances in 6-man playoffs as they beat the New Mexico School for the Deaf 62-7. Cleveland 43-12 is up on Rio Rancho. I think that game kicked off at 6. Moriarty 38-23 up on Kirtland Central. Lovington defeated Santa Teresa 44-9 as they got off the schneid. They had a rough last few weeks. Espanola Valley beats Aztec 31-7. Grant's up on Bloomfield 6-0 in the first quarter. So I don't know. That game hasn't been updated online in a while, so not sure. Bloomfield's obviously the best team in that classification. Taos leading Bernalillo 21-14. That game shows in the fourth quarter. Santa Rosa at halftime leading Legacy Academy 13-6. Portales up on Chaparral 17-13 in the second half. Volcano Vista rolling past Cibola 35-0 in half number 2. Deming up 15-0. That game in the second half as well. Hatch Valley 36-0 at halftime up on Cobre. Carlsbad leading Hobbs 13-7. That was at least in the first half. Not sure where we're at now in that game, but Los Lunas 24-0 up on Sandia. Ruidoso leading Hot Springs 15-9 at half. it's an interesting game. Ruidoso's got a good Max Preps ranking, and they may still have an outside shot at making the playoffs, even at 2-8. So that would be an important win for them. Theroux 22-6 up on Crown Point. St. Mike's cruising right now against Robertson 27-7. That game in the second half. Texaco 52-0. They beat Jow. Raton 13-6, leading Estancia in the second half. Socorro and Nimi tied 7-7 at halftime. Roswell 21-0, leading Goddard. I don't think it's the fourth overtime. It shows fourth OT. I don't think that's correct. Centennial up 21-17 at halftime on Las Cruces. Piedra Vista at halftime leading Farmington 23-0. That's another interesting one in Class 6A. If Piedra Vista wins that, they have to get in over Farmington because they would be ahead of them in the district. That is going to mix things up considerably. Unfortunately, I don't have a score update for y'all for Lordsburg and Mescalero Apache. They're playing a playoff game just up the way in 8-man. So if we hear something, we'll certainly pass it along to you and what's going on up there this evening. So, but hopefully we'll have a final for you guys and let you guys know what happened before we go off the air tonight. Tiger Band continues to perform here at Tiger Stadium. We'll tell you about some of the things going on with sports throughout our area over the next 24 hours. Do have a final for you with Tularosa Volleyball taking on Dexter tonight. So we'll tell you about that coming up in just a little while. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. For friends in Clovis, you're listening to KCLV 1240, 99.9 FM, KTQM. We'll take another 2.5-minute break. We're also going to check in with our Tiger Athlete of the Week for this week, which is Chloe Lunar of Lady Tiger Volleyball. They're in action at home tomorrow in the Tiger Pit as they host Mayfield. We'll return to Tiger Stadium. Alamogordo 49-22 in front of Clovis at halftime.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Join the Lady of the Mountain Run fundraiser for the need-based NMSUA scholarships. Half marathon, 10K, 5K, or 1 mile challenge, November 23rd. Register online at ladyofthemountainrun.com or at First National Bank. Thanks to our sponsors, Fraternal Order of the Eagles 4101, Sacramento Mountains Foundation, Mountain View Dental, Rotary Clubs of Alamogordo, Tularosa, and White Sands, and the stations of Bird Broadcasting.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
I support our community, so I shop locally and work with other area businesses whenever I can. My credit union does too, so I became a member there. My credit union offers online bill pay, mobile banking, and e-statements. I get first-name friendly service along with faster, smarter banking. That's an unbeatable combination.
Loco Credit Union, your credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Visit us online at lococreditunion.com.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. as the Tiger Band finishing up their performance. The seniors leaving their shoes on the field, always one of my favorite traditions. The other thing, I don't know if they still do it, they dress up in costumes and take around the track. I always get a kick out of that personally. So with yesterday being Halloween, I expect it, dang it, and I will see that tonight. Anyhow, 49-20, it's Alamogordo in front of Clovis here at halftime. We're going to hear from our Tiger Athlete of the Week. Coming up next, Chloe Lunar of Lady Tiger Volleyball. Once that is finished up, we'll take another 2-minute break, and we'll return with second half action coming up. And the Alamogordo Tigers are in front 49-22. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 1019. And in Clovis, 99.9 KTQM, KCLV 1240.
This is your Alamo Sports Tiger Athlete of the Week Spotlight, brought to you by Tularosa Communications and the Winner's Circle. This week's athlete is Chloe Lunar of Lady Tiger Volleyball. So, season's almost to an end here. How do you feel like you played this year? Are you happy with the way you progressed?
Yes.
Yeah? What are the things that you noticed maybe you've gotten better at from start of the year to now?
Maybe my hitting.
Yeah?
Yeah, hitting.
Okay.
Definitely my hitting.
All right, so that's the thing that really stands out to you? All right, how about from last year? Is just confidence out there too, or?
Kind of.
All right. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
How about team improvement? I know that the team's definitely been getting better, from match to match. What's the biggest things that you all as a team have noticed? That is it communication? Is it just,
confidence?
Confidence?
Yes, confidence.
Yeah.
We got better at that.
Okay. And what is it about the confidence that helps you? Just feeling like you guys can win these matches?
Yeah, we can win, definitely.
What got you started playing volleyball?
My sisters, they're playing volleyball. I'm going to go play volleyball too.
It was just you wanted to be a part of what they were doing. And what's kept you in it, obviously? I mean, you could have decided at some point, this isn't for me. What do you like about volleyball?
It's fun. The girls, I love the girls. The coaching, the program, I love it.
Okay.
Just fun.
What's the best part about these teammates, dude? Are they just fun?
They're just fun. They're like friends.
Friends.
I don't know.
Very good. We know you've played multiple sports. So you're in softball as well. So sports something you're hoping to continue after high school?
Yes, softball. Going to college.
Okay.
Softball.
All right. Have you playing some travel ball this year as well?
I did one tournament. Just one tournament so far.
All right. So there'll be more, I'm sure, down the road for you?
Yes, because my dad.
Okay. And you enjoy it too, right?
Yeah, I enjoy softball.
Okay, very good. Looking forward to that. I mean, obviously, you guys had such a great run last year.
Mm-hmm.
You excited? And you're probably going to be stepping into a little bigger role as the pitcher this year, right?
Yeah, I'm nervous. Very nervous.
But it's also got to be exciting, right?
Yeah, it's exciting.
Okay. Pitching something you've done ever since you've been playing softball?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Very good. Well, what's the team talking about over these final 3 matches? What do you guys want to get done before the end of this season? Get a couple wins?
A couple wins. Hopefully.
All right. We certainly hope that that's the case. Get out there and support the Lady Tigers. They've got 2 more home matches, Saturday at home against Mayfield and the following Saturday against Gadsden. So congratulations on being Athlete of the Week. OSU's Black Friday sale is back. For a limited time, Thursday, November 7th and Friday, November 8th. Auto loans as low as 4.99% APR. Recreational loans as low as 6.5% APR. Power sports as low as 7% APR. Holiday personal loans as low as 8.99% APR. And no payments for 90 days. Apply online at oterofcu.org. Limited time offer. Purchases and non-OFC refinances. All loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Card Suite Lite provides 24/7 control right at your fingertips. This is Galen with First National Bank. Fraud prevention is priceless. Safeguard your card with the touch of a button. Download the free app for a simple, secure way to manage your debit card activity.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Need a business or personal loan? This is Jackie at First National Bank. It's easy. Apply from any device at www.fnb4u.com. Let's get started.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
You're listening to 1230 and 101.9 Alamo Sports and Talk. And in Clovis, 99.9 KTQM, KCLV 1240. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. Both teams are back out onto the field, ready for the second half of play. They're going through their final warm-ups. 49-22, Alamogordo in front. Clovis will have the ball to begin the second half. 140 yards rushing for quarterback Javier Jimenez. He also has 83 yards passing on the night. And you can throw in for the Tigers 182 yards rushing for Dylan Hergenrader. 103 yards rushing for Bryson Bloom. 91 for Nathaniel Best. He's also got 85 yards passing on the night. He has run for a score, thrown for a score. Hergenrader's got 3 rushing touchdowns. Best has got a rushing touchdown as well. Or I should say Bloom has a rushing touchdown as well. So Tiger offense has done about as good as it possibly can in that first half. I think the big thing for them, obviously, in the second half is to get some stops. And if they can keep up what they're doing offensively, they can pull away in this game. And certainly the way that second half finished gave them that opportunity. So the Tigers will kick it off. They'll kick it off right to left. Clovis will return going left to right. Alamogordo in all black tonight. White numerals, black pants, black tops outlined in gold. Black helmets with the gold Tiger logo. Clovis in white tops with purple numerals, purple helmets, and the stylized C with gray pants. As the Tigers are still in their huddle. And we wait for the kickoff team to get lined up. Official kind of giving them the hurry up to get out onto the field and get it to go. Looks like Vasquez is going to be kicking off here. We'd seen Damian Moreno, 26, kick off good portion of that first half. And so here comes Vasquez. As this one is kicked off to the 10, to the 15, and is going to be stopped at about the 25. Clifton Brown on the return. And then a late penalty flag comes in. Hard to tell what exactly happened, as it was just a big, massive humanity. Dead ball, personal foul against Clovis. So, and you could see one of the officials was having a word with that player as he was going back towards the sideline. No idea what happened there. As I said, just a mass of people. So something that the official did not like towards the end of that play. And so from the 25, should mark it off half the distance to the 12. And that's where Clovis will start their drive inside their own 15-yard line. 49-22, Alamogordo's in front. Went through a stretch there after the Tigers forced a 3-and-out, where Clovis had scored on 3 straight. Now we've got one of the Tiger players coming off the field. They were pointing to his helmet. Some sort of issue there. That's the third or fourth time. I don't know if it's just been equipment that Tigers have been forced to come off the field, but here is the snap, and the handoff will go to the near side. It's Schiller that will get the handoff for Clovis, as he'll get to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain on the carry. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Tigers have switched things up front, going to a 3-down lineman look. And giving themselves, I think, a little bit more option at the linebacker level. So more of a 3-3-5 than the 4-2-5 that they've been running most of the season. Clovis going with 2 wide receivers to the bottom. Nobody split out to the far side. And the snap and the handoff. And on the jet sweep, give it up to number 9, Clyde Everett. He gets to the 15-yard line, but no further. It's a gain of 2. And it'll be 2nd down and 8. I'm sorry, 3rd down and 8. So a couple of runs here early. I think the Tigers, the big thing, trying to keep guys at that second level to not let Jimenez and maybe some speedier guys that can get after him, to not let him run loose on those scrambles. Well, as I say that, it's a different man in at quarterback and rolling to his right and looking to throw. Ball's in the air and almost intercepted. As number 33, Bo Clements, looking for Clyde Everett. And so the Tigers will get the ball back. I didn't see Jimenez go down with an injury or anything. As I'm looking on the sideline. Let's see if he comes into punt here. He has been the punter for Clovis. Well, that's weird. The chain gang had repositioned themselves. I don't know if they thought that was a turnover. And it's showing 3rd down on the marker. It should be 4th. Hopefully somebody changes that. Okay. Yeah, they had moved the chains down the field. So, yeah. There's the snap, and Jimenez is not punting. There's a line drive kick that will bounce at the 45. Vasquez will grab it to not let it go any further and is tackled immediately by number 44, Troy Richter, I'm sorry. As he'll go to the 48-yard line, that's where the Tigers take over. So that's a big thing. Jimenez, I know, picked up a couple of sacks from the blind side in that first half, so I don't know if that got him banged up or we'll keep an eye on that. But that's the first time we've seen him not be on the field for them after that first half. So I don't know if there was something in the locker room that they noticed and decided to not put him back out there. Best at quarterback for the Tigers will just run it straight up the middle and cross the 40, and he'll have enough for a first down on the first down run as he gets to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 11. Up over 100 yards rushing on the night for Nathaniel Best. Tigers have 3 100-yard rushers this evening. As Best will go on the speed option. Keep it himself, turn up field, and still with the football at the 25 to 20, looking for the near sideline to the 15 to the 10, and he will be ushered out of bounds by a couple of Clovis players down to the 9-yard line on the carry. So that's a gain of 28. A couple of big first down runs for Best. And the Tigers, in 2 plays, have it inside the Clovis 10 now. Clock stops with 9:31 remaining in the third quarter. 49-22 Alamogordo if you're just tuning in. 2 receivers at the bottom and 1 at the top. And Best, a pump fake. And then a hook and lateral. And it's going to be one of the offensive linemen that's going to go in for the touchdown. That's number 64 for Alamogordo, Makai Gonzalez, the Tigers senior. So Makai must have lined up as the tight end on the far side. And they passed it to Bryant. Bryant then lateraled it to him, and he runs in for the score. How about that? Always fun to see one of the big guys get a score. They are unheralded on almost any football team because we're usually talking about receivers and running backs and quarterbacks. And one of them there gets a score. So Mekhi Gonzalez on the touchdown. A pass to Bryant and then a lateral to Gonzalez. And he's in the end zone. 56-22, Alamogordo in front, 9:22 to go. We will take a 30-second break. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. And KCLV 1240, 99.9 KTQM in Clovis.
For me, money means I can do the things I want to do. My credit union understands that, so they offer great services that make money easier to manage, like e-statements, online bill pay, mobile banking, right from my smartphone. For my money, my credit union rocks.
Loco Credit Union, your credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Visit us online at lococreditunion.com.
Tigers lead 56-22. Certainly the biggest point total of the season for Alamogordo. Prior to this, it was 36 in that double overtime win over Piedra Vista. Clovis will start at their own 37 after another line drive kick and a ball taken by one of the up men. Tigers have been real close to making that hook and lateral work a couple of times this year. They actually made it work one time towards the end of that Oregon Mountain game. And I think they've tried it two other times. They tried a trick play right off the bat tonight. It didn't work out. They had it set up perfectly on a double pass, but just couldn't make it work. Clovis lining up, and again, it is number 33, Bo Clements in at quarterback. Clements will hand the ball off and give it to Sean Schiller, number 15. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain. Carries it off the right side. Second down and 10. Well, that's a huge development for Clovis that Jimenez is out. He was fantastic in the first half. It wasn't just him, but he was really the spark that drove that offensive engine in the first half. And I think we're just a point shy of this being a running clock. Alamo by 34. Fake the handoff, and then a quick throw. That might be a live ball. Are they going to call that a forward pass? That'll look like a lateral to me. I think Clovis got a little bit of a break on that. So they bring in Clements, who is a freshman. Jimenez, just a sophomore, though. Boy, he was playing really well. So it'll be 3rd and 10. As the Clovis offense lines up at their own 37-yard line, ball close to the near hash. And they're going to have to use a timeout as the play clock was running down. And so a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. We'll take 30 seconds. And return. 56-22. It's Alamogordo in front on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Football.
If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers!
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Welcome back. The Tigers leading 56-22. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. In Clovis, 99.9 KTQM, KCLV 1240. And Clovis will have a 3rd and 10 from their own 37 after a timeout. In the development here in the second half for Clovis is Bo Clements. You know what? Wonder if that's Noah Lerma. We've got 2 33s on the roster. So my apologies if it's Lerma or Clements. Somebody listed as a quarterback. I'm going to go with Lerma maybe. He's going to throw it. And just over the outstretched hand of the receiver at the far side was looking for number 9, Kaiden Everett. And so 4th and 10, Clovis will have to punt. Yeah, I went to the first 33 on there, so I think it's Lerma. And so Clovis will have to punt. Now number 21, Josiah Trujillo, in there punting. And I'm talking with Coach Cisco earlier this week. Clovis, young team. They've got freshmen that are dressed out, but sophomores and juniors, a big portion of this team. Snaps high and just falling on it and getting touched up. Good on the Tigers for not coming in there heavy to try and tackle the Clovis punter. And so the Tigers will have it at the Clovis 16-yard line. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for Alamogordo, as they have most certainly taken control of this game. And Clovis, without their starting quarterback, the offense struggling to find its footing. And so it'll be 2 wide receivers at the top, then 1 at the bottom. And the Tigers, looks like they're running somebody on late. And so they're going to need a timeout. So things a little disjointed for Alamogordo. Looks like they've got some different guys in there. Number 15 in at running back for Alamogordo. Getting some guys out there to play. Jaden Valdez, a sophomore. And you want to see if you'll see a few seniors that maybe haven't had a chance to play a lot of minutes, getting some opportunities here down the stretch for Alamogordo. So both teams into their huddle now. 56-22 Alamogordo, 8:22 to go in this game, and they take over after a bad snap on a punt for Clovis, fallen on by their punter at the 16-yard line. And the Tigers have scored on every offensive possession of this game. And will make their way back out on the field after the timeout. Josiah Quinlan, one of the receivers, split out to the bottom. Nick Hull is in the slot. Marcus Bryant Jr. up to the top side. And as I said, Valdez is in at running back. And the times we've seen him this year, he's been pretty impressive. When the Tigers have had to go a little bit down the depth chart. Here's the snap, and on the forward pass to Hull. Hull turns the corner, and we've got penalty flags all over the place. Hull gets down inside the 5-yard line, but let's wait and see if any of this is going to count. And the back judge and the referee both throwing penalty flags. So they'll talk things over, and we'll see what the call will be. So we got holding on Alamogordo. And is that going to be the only one? Okay, so I guess both officials saw the same thing and both throw a penalty for a hold. So we'll mark it back 10 yards. Back to the 26-yard line, so 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. Holding on the offense declined. Holding on the offense accepted. So both were holding penalties. They took the one that was further back to get the Tigers back to a 1st and 20. Tigers almost ready to go. As the officials blow their ready whistle. And the Tigers will run the speed option to the left. Best still with the football. Late toss to Valdez at the 20 to the 15. He is going to be spun down at about the 10-yard line. And so the Tigers get the penalty yardage back plus more as he picks up 16 yards on his first carry of the night. And it'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers. 2nd down and 4, actually. Tigers ready to go from the near hash of the 10. Going right to left. Handoff, Valdez up the middle after a little stutter step. Gets undercut as he gets to about the 3-yard line. Down to the 2 is where they'll mark him. That's 8, and it's enough for an Alamogordo first down. So 1st and goal, and the Tigers ready to go. Valdez again as he goes straight up the middle. Clovis got in there. The ball came out, though, and now it's a scramble for it in the end zone. And looks like it's a touchback, and Clovis will recover it. So for the first time tonight on an offensive possession, Alamogordo does not score, and Clovis forces the turnover. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 20. I assume the officials are still talking things over at the moment, but well, it'll be Valdez on the fumble. And so 1st and 10 for Clovis at their own 20-yard line. So we'll still be without that running clock, as it's a 34-point lead for the Tigers, 56-22. And so again, number 33, and a quarterback, and I believe Noah Lerma is the man. He will hand it off, and running into his own offensive lineman who had gotten pushed back is the running back, Matthew Ochoa, and he'll be stopped for a loss of 1 as he ran off the left side. So good push up front by the Tigers' defensive line. And 2nd down and 11 here for Clovis. So I would assume without Javier Jimenez, it kind of limits the playbook a little bit. They've tried to throw the ball a couple of times, but haven't quite had the accuracy and don't quite have the athleticism with number 5 not being out there for the Wildcats. Tigers got him on a couple big hits late in the second half, a strip sack fumble, and another blindside hit towards the end of the half. And we got a timeout as Clovis was running out of play clock. And so they'll talk things over. We'll take a break as well. Let's go and take 60 seconds. We'll come back. The Tigers leading 56-22. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. And you're also listening on 99.9 and 1240 out in Clovis, KTQM and KCLV. We'll be right back.
OFCU's Black Friday sale is back. For a limited time, Thursday, November 7th and Friday, November 8th. Auto loans as low as 4.99% APR. Recreational loans as low as 6.5% APR. Power sports as low as 7% APR. Holiday personal loans as low as 8.99% APR. And no payments for 90 days. Apply online at OteroFCU.org. Limited time offer. Purchases and non-OFCU refinances. All loans subject to credit approval. Other terms may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Clovis number 33 rolling out to his left, and Efrain Hernandez again coming off the blind side. Hits him just as he throws it, and it'll be an incomplete pass. So Tigers sending blitzes from some of their fastest guys into the backfield and making Clovis try to make a decision quickly. And so it'll be 3rd down and 11 for the Wildcats. 56-22 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We are in the 3rd quarter still. And the clock is stopped with 6:11 remaining. 2 receivers up to the top, running back to the right. Here's the snap and a quick throw on the bubble screen. Tigers are there quickly, but Everett makes one man miss, but can't make the next 3 miss. He'll get across the line of scrimmage to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 3 on the completion, but just not much, a little bit too much to ask there on 3rd and 11 to try to pick all that up. And so Clovis will punt away. Last time they attempted to punt, snap went over the head of their punter. Tigers running guys in and out. I think they might have too many, but we'll see. Line drive kick. And it'll roll across the 50 and to almost the 40-yard line. It'll stop at the 41 where Clovis will pick it up. And that's where Alamogordo's offense will retake the field. We're down inside the 5 with a fumble on their last drive. So the Tigers' first offensive possession that didn't end up in points tonight. Nathaniel Best will come back out at quarterback. Looks like a new running back as Zayden Jet Nahar, a sophomore, will be in there at running back for the Tigers. 2 receivers up at the top, 1 at the bottom. Clovis, 4 men at the line of scrimmage. Lead back off to the right for the Tigers. As Best will toss the outside to Bloom. Bloom gets a good block from Bryant. And fighting off a tackle, gets across the 45. And he'll pick up 4 yards on his first completion of the night. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. Alamogordo going right to left here towards the north end zone. Ball on the far hash. Whistles. And I think it's because the wide hat official was not in his spot there. I think he'd run all the way over to the Alamogordo sideline for some reason. And so he'll roll the clock. Best out of the shotgun. Will hand it off and straight up the middle. And that will be Jet Nahara on the carry. And he's got enough for the first down. Crosses the 50. Takes it to the 48-yard line. And so Tigers will pick up 8 on the carry and move the chains. On the Clovis side of the field now at the 48. Best again will give it to Jet Nahar, who goes straight up the middle and breaks into the open to the 20, 15, 10, 5. And the sophomore runs it in the end zone for the touchdown. And that gets all kinds of Tigers fired up. So his first 2 touches of the year there, and one of them ends up being a 48-yard down run. And the Tigers will try the extra point as they get over the 60-point mark at 63-22. So Vasquez will attempt his 9th extra point, and he's been true on all of them so far. Been a game of big plays, 50 and 60-plus yards plays, and there's a little bit of trouble on the I don't know if that was intended to be a fake or what exactly happened there. It looked like, one of the Tiger players was coming back around and made it look like a fake. It's going to be an eligible man downfield as they tried to throw it, and I don't think it was an eligible receiver anyway. So I'm not sure that was supposed to happen there, and there's a chance that might have been a call made on the field to by one of the Tigers to go for the fake there, because you had one of the end men coming on an end around they were going to try to toss it to, and so I think that was a decision made on the field, not by coaches, honestly. So it's 62-22 with 4:28 to go in the third quarter, as the clock will now move to a running clock with Alamogordo up by 40. And there was at least a little bit of discussion going on in the field between Coach Cisco and one of the Tiger players. And I think, obviously not trying to show up your opponent here late in a game where you're in control probably had a little something to do with that. But here is a kick that will be caught in the air at the 20 to the 30. And working his way to the 35-yard line is Clifton Brown. And that is where Clovis at the 34 will begin their next drive. So with all that, with the extra point, again, Zayden Jet-Nahar with the big touchdown run for the Tigers from 48 yards out. And we'll call that a 2-point try, no good. And the Tigers up 62-22. Back out defensively. And Clovis going to try to make something work here. As the second half without quarterback Javier Jimenez has been rough going for them offensively. I don't believe they have a first down yet here in the second half, as here comes the handoff and running to the near side and getting ushered out of bounds. But getting about 4 or 5 is number 22, Matthew Ochoa. So he'll take it to the 39-yard line, so give him 5 on the carry. He's up to 17 yards rushing on 8 carries tonight. It'll be second down and 5 from the Clovis 39. Alamo in front of Clovis, 62-22. And we're heading under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Line it up with 2 wide receivers at the top. Lead back off to the right. Here's the snap and the handoff. And again, they'll give it to number 22, Ochoa. He will slip down as he crosses the 40, gets up to the 42, and it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats.
Come on, fans. Let's move our feet, make some noise out there. We want to hold them here. Defense. 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 Defense.
So the Tigers looking for yet another stop in the second half, and they've come up with big plays in the backfield on some 3rd and shorts. There's 2 wide receivers again out to the top. Lead back off to the left for Clovis. Tigers fourth the line of scrimmage. And there it is. Tigers slash into the backfield and knock down Ochoa on the handoff behind the 40-yard line. He's back to the 39. It'll be a loss of 4. And I got to feel like if you're Clovis 3rd or 4th and medium here, you got to go for it. Why not?
Make some noise out there.
Looks like they are keeping their offense on the field. And so we'll be 4th down. See if they can get the play off before the play clock rolls out here. They've had some trouble getting the play in quick enough. There's 3 on the play clock. 2, they've got to snap this one. They do just in time. But I'm not sure they got everybody set because here come the penalty flags. Yeah, just not quick enough. And I think they're going to let Clovis call the timeout here. So they're going to say the Clovis coach had called the timeout, and I believe that's their final timeout of the game. 1:14 remaining. Let's go ahead and keep it here as Clovis trails Alamogordo 62-22. We'll come back in 30 seconds. Clovis will have a 4th down when we return.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
4th and 5 for Clovis. Their lineup, 2 wide receivers to the top. Takes the snap, takes the handoff, quick throw. It's complete, and looks like the Wildcats will have the first down. Everett makes the catch, crosses the 45, and gets to the 47-yard line. I believe it's number 33, Noah Lerma, that's in at quarterback for the Wildcats, replacing Jimenez. And makes a big throw on 4th down. Needed 5, got 7, and moves the chains. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Clovis 47. Ball closer to the near hash, moving left to right. Got less than 40 seconds to go here in this 3rd quarter. Another throw, and that one is going to be a bit behind the receiver and incomplete. Penalty flags thrown. So number 33 for Alamogordo breaks it up. Yeah, I don't have a 33 either. One of the Tigers' JV guys, I'm assuming, dressed out tonight. But judging where it was thrown, I assume it's on the coverage. And it looks like they're about to mark it off. Let's see, is it a defensive hold? No, it would be pass interference. So 15 yards. Yeah. So pass interference on the Tigers gives Clovis a 1st and 10 at the Alamogordo 38-yard line. And so Clovis probably has one more play here before the end of the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers up to the top. 1st and 10 in Alamogordo territory as Lerma takes the snap, hands it off, and a run to the right side. Schiller will get the carry this time, and will be stopped by 2 or 3 Tigers. And that'll be a gain of 1 on the carry. And so that is the end of the 3rd quarter. We go to the 4th quarter, final quarter of the season for both these teams. It's 62, Alamogordo, Clovis 22 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. And in Clovis, you're listening to 99.9 KTQM and KCLV 1240. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Join the Lady of the Mountain Run fundraiser for the need-based NMSUA scholarships. Half marathon, 10K, 5K, or 1 mile challenge, November 23rd. Register online at ladyofthemountainrun.com or at First National Bank. Thanks to our sponsors, Fraternal Order of the Eagles 4101, Sacramento Mountains Foundation, Mountain View Dental, Rotary Clubs of Alamogordo, Tularosa, and White Sands, and the stations of Burt Broadcasting.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Here's the snap as Lerma will drop back to pass. It's one-on-one on the near sideline. Clifton Brown able to undercut the Alamogordo wide receiver, but the ball is just going to go off his hands, incomplete. And so it'll be 3rd and 9 for Clovis, but had one-on-one here at the near sideline, close to the numbers. And Brown made a nice move, but was unable to reel it in. And so 3rd and 9 from the Alamogordo 37 here for the Wildcats. As we've got 11 minutes to go. 62-22, Alamogordo in front. A game that was 28-22, but the Tigers have scored the last 34 points. And rolling to his left is Lerma, looking to throw. Now in a little bit of trouble. He'll cut up the field and trying to run for it, and he gets crunched between a couple of Tiger defenders as there's number 33 and number 28 for the Tigers. And so it'll be 4th down after a gain of 3. A lot of running to only pick up 3, and Clovis will definitely go for it on a 4th and 6 from the Tigers' 34. Tigers have been switching. Don't have a lot of their starters in the game at the moment, letting some other players getting a chance to finish things off this season. Some younger guys out there that we'll see out there for the Tigers next year, and looks like we got a delay of game on Clovis. So they will stop the clock here. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. And so it'll be 4th and long.
4th down.
And we've seen that in the second half that they've had to use 3 timeouts to avoid a delay of game. That's the first one that they get. And running out there, Lerma, after he gets the play from the sideline. They've got 10 on the play clock now. So they'll have to hurry up and get lined up to get this off in time. They do get it off. Lerma will roll to his right. He's got pressure in his face, and he will complete it, fighting for that first down, but he's not going to get it. Tigers push him back as getting to the 30-yard line. Clifton Brown able to make the completion. He gets 9, but they needed 11. So that 5-yard penalty, big for the Wildcats in trying to get that first down.
Turnover on down. Tiger ball.
So the Tigers will get the ball back. We'll see if we get any different personnel for Alamogordo offensively. Running backs have been different. B quarterback, because I don't have a number, or I don't have a name for him, so. Oh, well. He gets the snap, and he hands it off. And a run straight up the middle. As the carry goes to number 19 for the Tigers. And we're going to have a lot of this, I think, tonight of guys that don't. No, that would be Marcus Bryant Jr. That's not who got the carry. I think it was Nathan Sarasaris. So Nathaniel Sarasaris gets 5 on the carry on his first rush of the night. And it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. Number 4 is Aiden Rowe, I've been told. So, as here is the handoff to Sarasaris again. And he'll take it to the 38-yard line. So Sarasaris gets back-to-back carries and makes it 3rd and 2 for Alamogordo. Thanks to David Quinlan for texting me that. Tigers will take every bit of the play clock here as they're looking to run this clock down and not trying to do anything fancy. As Rowe will take the snap, hand it off. Sarasaris to the 40 and brought down as he gets near the 45-yard line as he picks up 7. And so he's got 15 yards rushing on 3 carries. And the Tigers will pick up a fresh set of downs with a 1st and 10 at the 45. So the Tigers on their way to their 2nd win of the season. Clovis, unfortunately, going to finish up their year at 0-10. Neither of these teams will see postseason football this year, but certainly for Alamogordo, a nice way to go out on senior night for these guys playing their final game. Rowe will take the speed option to the left side. He goes to the 50, still on his feet, crosses the 45-yard line, and he's going to pick up a first down as he takes it to the. He'll go to the 45-yard line. And so the Tigers move the chains again. Gain of 11 on the carry. Rowe will take the snap, give it off to Sarasaris. Breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage and stumbles forward to about the 40-yard line. And we'll call it the 41. It's a gain of 4. it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. Clock now at 5:25 to go in the ball game. 62-22. Alamogordo in front on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. A fumble, the only thing stopping this Tiger offense from throwing a perfect game, if you want to say it. As handoff again goes to Saris. Little stutter step move as he gets to the line of scrimmage and then is pushed back and a couple of guys at his feet, and one player came in late and knocked him down. So they give him the 39-yard line, gain of 2. And 21 yards rushing on the evening. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Tiger offense. So I'm so lost. The Tigers are so used to, running up to the line of scrimmage right after they the play ends, and so they've been letting the play clock run down, and just very different. I've been kind of sped up all season long because of the offense. Saris will get the carry again, tries to take it off the right side, slips out of one tackle and gets past the line of scrimmage, but not much further. Maybe going to get 2, and so it'll bring up a 4th down for Alamogordo. So the Tigers will keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. It's been all runs since Aiden Rowe has come in at quarterback, and Saris been there at running back. We'll see if Alamogordo throws or just continues to run the football, and they'll run it with Saris, and Nathan pushing for that 1st down. He's got it. So Nathaniel Saris gets to the 33-yard line, picks up 6, and the Tigers will move the chains again. As we close in on 3.5 minutes to go in this game in the season. Saris going to get a rest after getting 7 carries in a row there. With the exception, Rowe got 1 carry there. And so they'll bring back in number 15, Jaden Valdez. 2 receivers up at the top and 1 at the bottom. Rowe takes the snap, and he'll give it to Valdez off the left side. Valdez crosses the 30 and works his way close to the 25. We have a penalty flag that will come in. I would imagine it's going to be a hold, but we'll wait and see. Or maybe a face mask. Personal foul, face mask. So it goes against Clovis. And it'll be the 15-yard variety. As the 6-yard gain for Valdez. And then you push that up with the penalty. And we'll take the ball inside the 20-yard line. All the way to the 13-yard line, as a matter of fact. And that's where it'll be a 1st and 10 for Alamogordo. They'll roll the clock again with 2:53 to go in the ball game. With 2 wide receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. Tigers with their 2nd-string quarterback, Aiden Rowe. And he'll run the speed option to the left. And Rowe will work his way towards the 5. And a big push of humanity. And they'll mark him down at the 5. The gain of 9. Down to the 6, actually, so gain of 8. And 2nd down for the Tigers. Not quite at the point where they can kneel it out. If they can pick up a couple yards without getting in the end zone, they could kneel it out. Looks like the Tigers may run the play clock down and call a timeout. And that is what they will do. Well, let me see if I can grab a score from up in Mescalero. Maybe somebody has updated that on Max Preps. That would be awesome if they did. Oh, wow. Lordsburg, is that correct? They're up 60-6? Wow. That is shocking. Mescalero beat them earlier this year. So I guess that's correct. Boy, I'm blown away by that being the the score up there. Credit to Lordsburg. I don't know if they had some injuries or what was going on in that first game, but to have Lordsburg win that game that comfortably is surprising, at least from what happened in game number one. So I know it's not quite over yet. Well, it should be if it's 60-6, but I will confirm that before we go off the air tonight. We'll get you some other scores from around the state as well. So the Tigers look like they're going to kneel on it. It's down to 1:50 to go. 40. Yeah, they should be able to kneel this out and not need to snap it again. So that looks to be all the Tigers will have to do. Let's get some of the other scores for you that have gone final. Volcano Vista beats Cibola 49-0. Deming over Gadsden 15-7. Good one between Santa Rosa and Legacy Academy 27-20. Santa Rosa's in front. That one's not final yet. Let's see which ones we got final. Centennial beats Las Cruces 42-24, so they finish up their regular season undefeated. Piedra Vista up 29-19 in the fourth quarter over Farmington. Haven't seen an update on Carlsbad Hobbs. Portales 44-19 beat Chaparral. Socorro's up on Nimi 28-21 in the fourth quarter. So the Tigers, actually they can't kneel on it again because it'll be a turnover on downs, but they are going to go ahead and kneel on it one more time. And so Clovis' offense will have to get the ball back here. So they will run the play clock all the way down. And so I don't know if Clovis is going to try to. Yeah, they'll go ahead and roll the clock. And so I think we're just going to go ahead and shake hands. All right, so this one's over. So Alamogordo closes it out 62-22 with a victory to finish up the season to go 2-8 and 1-5 in district. Clovis finishes up their season 0-10 and 0-6 in district. Thanks for listening here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. We'll get to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. And for those of you listening in Clovis on 99.9, KTQM, and KCLV 1240, we appreciate you tuning in. Don't know if you're staying with us for the postgame or not. If you are, well, then we'll be right back here in just a little while. Again, your final score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's the Alamogordo Tigers 62 and the Clovis Wildcats 22.
I support our community, so I shop locally and work with other area businesses whenever I can. My credit union does too, so I became a member there. My credit union offers online bill pay, mobile banking, and e-statements. I get first-name friendly service along with faster, smarter banking. That's an unbeatable combination.
Loco Credit Union, your credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Visit us online at lococreditunion.com.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
OFCU's Black Friday sale is back! For a limited time, Thursday, November 7th and Friday, November 8th. Auto loans as low as 4.99% APR. Recreational loans as low as 6.5% APR. Power sports as low as 7% APR. Holiday personal loans as low as 8.99% APR. And no payments for 90 days. Apply online at OteroFCU.org. Limited time offer. Purchases and non-OFCU refinances. All loans subject to credit approval. Other terms may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Need a business or personal loan? This is Jackie at First National Bank. It's easy. Apply from any device at www.fnb4u.com. Let's get started.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Welcome back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019 here at Tiger Stadium as the Tigers get the win 62-22 on senior night, finish up the season at 2-8 and 1-5 in district. And big night offensively for the Tigers, 182 yards rushing on 9 carries for Dylan Hergenrader. He finished with, I don't remember how many I honestly started to lose track of touchdowns as the game was going on. Let me make sure I get this in correct order here. So Dylan had a 59-yard touchdown. Then Nate Best to Tristan Bowman on a touchdown reception. Hergenrader ran it in from 50 yards out. So I think he's had the 2. Best threw a touchdown pass to Marcus Bryant Jr. Nope, Hergenrader had a third one. He had the 7-yard touchdown run. So 3 touchdowns. 9 carries, 182 yards, 130 yards rushing for Nate Best. He had a touchdown run and 2 touchdown passes tonight. I don't know if we credit him on the touchdown pass on the hook and lateral. I'm not totally sure how to score that one, but 103 yards rushing for Bryson Bloom on 2 carries. One of those a 95-yard touchdown run. You also had Zayden Jet-Nahar, who had a 48-yard touchdown run, so he had 56 yards rushing. The Tigers well over 500 yards of offense on the night. And touchdown receptions for Tristan Bowman, Marcus Bryant Jr. And you may be hearing in the background ringing that victory bell tonight. I'd say what Clovis was game in the first half. It was 28-22. Trying to think of what part of the first half we were at when it was 28-22. It was 9:30 to go in the second quarter after Javier Jimenez 61-yard touchdown run. He had a big night. So did Caden Everett. Both those guys really carried the offense for Clovis on the night. Defensively for Clovis, unfortunately they weren't able to come up with stops when they needed to against the Tiger defense. And once Alamogordo started getting some stops, they got a strip sack fumble when Clovis was down inside the 10. Got another big sack on a 4th down, and things started to unravel a little bit for Clovis from that point. And the Tigers ended up pulling away and getting the 62-22 win. Second half, especially with Jimenez out of the game for Clovis, they were a completely different offense without him on the field. So it was definitely a different look, and just couldn't quite run things the way that they had in the first half. Their offense looked really good in the first half, and I thought we were going to have a back-and-forth battle all the way to the end for a little bit, but right at the end of the half, the Tigers sort of took control, and then second half, like I said, with Clovis short their quarterback, Alamo was able to maintain control of the game. So the Tigers end up with a couple 1,000-yard rushers this season in Nate Best and Dylan Hergenrader. And, racked up a ton of yards this season. It's just going to – I think when you see the talent on the field and the possibilities with this group, it's going to just feel a little empty for Alamo because there felt like there was a lot left out there for them. But, sometimes that's the way your seasons go. And, you feel bad for this group of seniors because I think this team was good enough to be competing for a playoff spot this year. And the wins when they needed them, especially against Oregon Mountain and Carlsbad, didn't come, or even against, say, Albuquerque High or Deming. If they win those games, it changes the whole scenario of the season. But that's how it goes for Clovis. Just a challenging year for them, and the kids that stay with the program and continue to work in it, it'll pay off for them. Alamogordo went through a couple of those seasons a few years ago with this football program back in 2017 and 2018, and we've seen the fruits of this team and the way that they've built it over the last 5-6 years, and the work that Coach Sisko's done with the team and the rest of the staff. Just having the stick-to-itiveness and and having the desire to continue to work hard, Clovis will turn it around. I mean, that's a city that cares about their football program and cares about those kids. So Clovis will be back. I have no doubt about that. Just a tough year for them for sure. So we will come back and get some scores from around the state and wrap up the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show, our final Tiger football postgame show of the year. Of course, we'll have Tiger basketball coming up in about a month. The Tuesday of Thanksgiving will be the first game of the season, so that'll be our next Tiger sports broadcast. But we'll finish this one up with some scores. I did confirm 60-6 the final. Lordsburg beat Mescalero Apache. So I'm not really sure what happened in that first game or if Mescalero was dealing with some injuries tonight, but just to have it that much of a flip from the first game is pretty wild. Wouldn't have guessed it. All right, we will come back here to Tiger Stadium. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, your final score is 62-22 as Alamogordo defeats Clovis to finish up the season with a victory. We'll be back right after this.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
There's winter, spring, summer, and then there's football season. Around here, football is more than a sport. It's a way of life. Take in a game. Support our teams. It's the best entertainment in town.
Loco Credit Union, your credit union, federally insured by NCUA. Visit us online at lococreditunion.com.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
OFCU's Black Friday sale is back! For a limited time, Thursday, November 7th and Friday, November 8th. Auto loans as low as 4.99% APR. Recreational loans as low as 6.5% APR. Power sports as low as 7% APR. Holiday personal loans as low as 8.99% APR. And no payments for 90 days. Apply online at OteroFCU.org. Limited time offer. Purchases and non-OFCU refinances. All loans subject to credit approval. Other terms may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. The Alamogordo Tigers defeat the Clovis Wildcats 62-22. Tigers 2-8 on the season, and they will finish up at 1-5 in district as well. Again, 60-6 the final score up in Mescalero tonight as Lordsburg defeats the Chiefs. Chiefs finish up their season at 3-6, but still a great year. Got to host a playoff game. I know tonight's result is certainly not what they wanted, but that program continues to make improvements in recent years, and just trying to build that program up where, there's been some years where they haven't had a varsity team, so, they continue to work hard, and so hopefully it'll continue to build for them going forward. Also have a volleyball final for you all tonight as Tularosa fell to Dexter in straight sets, 25-23, 25-12, 25-18. Lady Cats dropped to 10-11 overall, and 1-3 in district. They've got 2 district games remaining next week against Nimi and Ruidoso. So the Lady Cats, I believe, at home in both their games next week. So we'll see how they get things going back next week to the Lady Cats. So don't forget as well for football for Tularosa, that state playoff bracket will come out on Saturday night, I believe, is they're going to put that out, the 2A bracket. So the Wildcats should have a first-round bye. Top 4 seed for sure. Kind of have to wait and see how some games finish up to see how that all wraps up next week. So we'll see what goes on there. Lady Cats are hosting NIMI, by the way, for volleyball on Tuesday. That is their next matchup, just to put a bow on the end of that. But we did have some finals that sort of made things a little less complicated in the States for 2A through 6A playoffs, like Centennial beating Las Cruces. So we know who the 1 and 2 seed are going to be in 6A football. It'll be La Cueva 1, Centennial 2, Cleveland 3, Volcano Vista 4, Cruces 5. That seems to be a pretty safe bet that's going to be the final result there. Let's see if we got any other final scores. We already mentioned Cleveland beat Rio Rancho 43-12. Taos knocked off Bernalillo tonight 21-14. A little bit of a surprise there. Moriarty looks like they're going to beat Kirtland Central 38-23. Bloomfield beat Grants 41-6. It was a 6-0 game at some point there, but Bloomfield pulled away. Espanola Valley 31-7. Keeps Aztec winless on the season. Lovington beat Santa Teresa. Volcano Vista 49-0 over Cibola. Deming beat Gadsden 15-7. Santa Rosa up 27-20 on Legacy Academy late in that game. Haven't seen an update since. Los Lunas beat Sandia 44-0. St. Mike's 34-21 held on to beat Robertson. And we mentioned Centennial beating Las Cruces 42-24 the final. Portales pulled away to beat Chaparral 44-19. And let me see if NMOT Sports had, okay, we got a full list of finals here. Santa Rosa did beat Legacy 27-21. And any other interesting finals of note? Roswell beat Goddard 27-0. And I don't know if we got much else that really jumps out. But we'll have some fun talking about playoff brackets on Monday on the Roundup. We hope you'll tune in for that. And that'll do it for our Tiger football broadcast for the 2024 season as the Alamogordo Tigers finish off with a victory, 62-22. They beat Clovis tonight here at Tiger Stadium. We appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to the Otero Federal Credit Union post-game show, and also for tuning in to the Richardson Motors scoreboard all season long. They'll be back along with us for Tiger basketball, which, as I mentioned, will begin the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, which I think is the 26th. That number sticks in my mind for some reason, but we'll be sure to keep you updated when the Tiger basketball season gets underway. Girls as well, their season beginning around the same time. Tiger Madness is, I believe, the Saturday before Thanksgiving, so opportunity to come out and support all the teams. Swimming starts next weekend. We do have some other things that are going on as the Alamogordo cross country team runs over in Las Cruces tomorrow for district. The Mescalero Apache and Cloudcroft cross country teams run at the end of the Mountain Gods tomorrow. Alamogordo volleyball is at home as they will host the Mayfield Trojans tomorrow. We've got the Cloudcroft Lady Bears with a big match against Lordsburg tomorrow at 3 p.m. Mescalero Apaches at home against Mesilla Valley Christian. And I think that's it for the Saturday. So that'll do it for our broadcast. Thanks so much for joining us. And if you're still with us out there in Clovis, thanks for staying with us all night long on 99.9 KTQM and KCLV 1240. I think they might have gone to their own post-game show, but if not, we appreciate you staying with us all throughout the evening. And we will talk to you guys soon with basketball just around the corner. We'll take you back to ESPN Radio here on Alamo Talk, 1230, 1019. Again, your final score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Alamogordo 62, Clovis 22.
No roadblocks are scheduled today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Tonight's forecast is calling for partly cloudy, 40% chance of rain. In Alamogordo, expect a low of 52, Cloudcroft low of 35. For Saturday, sunny, becoming mostly clear, but still a 30